Okay, now we're live. Oh, there we go.
Smith, do you get?
Now we're live.
Do you get Smithsonian channel, Paul?
Smithsonian?
All day today they've been doing mega cruise ships, and they've in-depth different big cruise lines.
I get Roku. I think it's got the Smithsonian channel, but I don't know if it's live or not or whatever. But
well, it isn't live, but it's one after the other all afternoon. I've had it on.
Oh.
Hey Z, how you doing?
And Bill from that newfound land. All right.
What's up, David, Bill? How's it going?
Well, guess what? I got it all sanded except for a piece 6 inches wide and about 15, 16 inches long. As soon as that dries, I'll give it a quick thing and I'm ready for paint.
Oh, wow.
You just got to see if I got enough paint. What? I already fed you. Go away. No. Go run away from home. Where's a squirrel? Can you go get a squirrel? Go get a squirrel.
Joe, Mark.
Go get a squirrel. Go get a squirrel. Where's the squirrel? Where's the squirrel? Where's he?
What's up,
Where's
Tim?
the squirrel? Let me see. We got Captain Joe, Mark. Hey, Mark, Tim Jackson. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So, Paul's yeah, he's still working on putting everything there, I guess. Yeah, he's got the link in now and everything.
Got the link in now. I guess got to do the invites.
Yeah. Oh, I got an email. Okay. And here comes Dominic.
Morning, all.
Hey, Dominic.
Dominic.
How are we all?
Good, good.
Good to hear.
What's up, Corey? Tim, how's it going? If I didn't say hi to you.
AC, Corey, Mark R. White, Joe, Bill, Atlantic Adventures. I think I've got everybody.
And Bill, I think, or I mean, Bill and Joe, I think I said hi to them too.
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. It's all happening as usual. Away we go. So we finally had some heat. 81 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Well, it's only 66 degrees here and it's sunny, so
Yeah.
it's not going to get that warm here, is it, Paul?
Not today. That's a high for today.
Okay. But
Up this
we've had a cool time. But
well, we'll get it if I have another job or not, Paul. Guy called me today. He's talking about he wants photos and video of some commercial property up in Strathroy. So he wanted a price and when I could do it and stuff. So he's gonna get back to me. Yeah. You charge them an extra $50 because of I got to go to Strathroy and back.
Yeah. It's outside your area.
Yep. Oh, Corey just had a meeting with the kid's teacher.
Okay.
Question is, was it a good meeting or?
Exactly.
Maybe she was hot. Maybe she was a hot-looking teacher.
Yeah.
Or your kid rocked somebody's dome? Huh? Which one was it?
Hang on, I gotta go close the back door. Mia left the door open.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Way to shut it.
Did you say, how you doing? Yeah.
And it's getting around.
You know, I haven't left the house yet today.
Oh, okay.
I haven't gone anywhere. Actually, I just kind of where's my buddy Wayne.
And here comes Draymond.
Oh, I might be able to do a 500,000 view thing on Friday or Saturday.
Yes.
If I can make it till I only got to get that 25 left. Or 20, 24, 23 and a half.
Good evening, Draymond.
Oh, Mr.
Good
Cropper.
morning to you, Dominic.
What's up, Dre?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah. I've been meaning to catch up with you, Justin. Got my 5G installed last week. Got
how's
the
that?
dude. I did the speed test on it. My desktop, which is on Wi-Fi, over 1,000 kilobits per second.
Now, are you
Ooh.
getting with the 5G? Are you getting 2,500 up and down on Ethernet, or are you getting 5 up and down? 5,000.
Getting 5 up and down. All right, I came from a 2 gigahertz up and down to a 5 gigahertz, a 5 gig up and down.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Oh,
need any more than that for a long time. That's
Yeah.
plenty.
I saw a big difference when I had to upload my pictures from last week's flight. Took
I'll
about
tell you, with 1 gig, it's so quick. Like YouTube takes longer rendering the video than you will uploading it.
yeah. I mean, uploading videos, man, it's like half the time. Super
Yeah.
quick.
Well, I
Hey,
mean,
what-
if you're plugged into Ethernet, Dre, you won't even see the loading. It should just load up
Yeah,
that
I would
quick.
like. That's why I need to go ahead and run a Cat 5, Cat 6 cable from the garage where it's at into the my office, which is right next to the garage.
Yeah, put
Yeah,
a switch,
have it
put a little 5-port switch in there, and then you'll have extra ports.
Yeah,
Like that's
I was
what I
gonna say,
have in my room.
that's what I have mine. I have it run off the router into a well, I have 2 ports off the router. One goes to the Netgear other router for a
Mhm.
secondary network in the house, and then I have a little 8-port switch in the garage for my solar panel hookup and something else. And then I have a line that goes right into the family room, which goes into a 16-port switch.
The only thing is
Right
can
on.
those switches handle that speed though?
I know the Netgear router is slower. It's an older router and stuff. But the 16 gig switch that goes to the family room where all the home theater stuff is at, it can handle the speed.
Yeah.
It's set up to handle up to 1,000 gigabits per second.
I have a little 5-port TP link that can do up to 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Ron.
Hey, Ron's here.
And it was relatively cheap too. I only paid like I think $20 for that.
Mm.
Yeah,
30
you can get
bucks.
the 5-port switches, man. You can get those, under $50 easy. You get a good deal on a $25 one easy. That 16 port one I got, I think I paid right about $80-90 for that.
What's up, Ron?
What's up?
Just relaxing after a fiasco last night.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
oh, you did that extra thing yesterday?
Yeah, the 911 system went down at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm right up your alley there, Dre.
Uh-oh.
Was yeah, trying to dispatch us and take calls, and oh, what a mess.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we got through her though.
They're glad to have your help, right?
Oh, yeah.
Donald.
I'm glad
I
to have
didn't
any
think-
help.
Supposed to be off at 7. I didn't get out of there till noon.
Mm.
So mostly they had me stick around the last 3-4 hours in case things went to hell, but I kind of sat there on my butt and made time and a half.
What?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. Dominic, I have a picture for you.
Yep.
It's for you.
Look at how excited he is.
Yeah. You, Tim Jackson, and Matt. Not every kangaroo wants to kick your ass. I as I've said, my brother passed away a few months ago, and my
Mm.
sister-in-law sent me a bunch of memorabilia I got in the mail a couple days ago, but a lot of it was pictures. And when he and I kind of reconnected for a couple years, he worked at a wildlife animal park and all type of exotic animals, and there were 25 kangaroos there. Only one was friendly. Her name was Edie. She was like a golden retriever. She loved to have her belly
Oh,
scratched.
nice.
Yeah, that's when I was younger and had hair.
Hey, nice.
You bastards all go ahead and make fun of me, but
No, I thought that was a picture of your brother. I can say, yeah, you and your brother do share some resemblance.
I can see the family resemblance, right?
Really?
here's a 3-day-old giraffe I was feeding.
Gee,
Yeah.
3 days old.
Yeah. There's the ring-tailed lemurs. They're kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Seen those, yeah.
But and here is, can't remember if it was Reina or Reba, one of the female white Bengal tigers I used to feed. It was a 450, 500-pound white Bengal tiger. But big kitty.
Was pretty friendly.
Yeah, yeah. And then the most amazing one was I think her name was Simba. It was a Siberian tiger that my brother raised from a cub. This is the one we used to put in the truck, but I was taking these pictures. He was out in the swimming with her in the lake,
Yeah.
and thought that was kind of cool. But, and then all of a sudden, the one time she turned around, she saw me, and she started coming at me, and I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Uh-oh.
I'm sitting there with the camera, but she's coming right at me. Here's a African lion that he had as a cub too.
It's a big
kinda
cat.
neat. Yeah. And then here's one of the Himalayan snow leopards that I used to help take care of. His name was Salem. He was actually pretty cool. That was a 100-pound cat. Very friendly.
Did your brother run his own like animal sanctuary, or do you work for like a zoo or something?
He worked for one guy, owned the whole place, and
Wasn't Tiger King, was it?
no. But he sold one of the, and I'm not sure if it's the exact one, but I think it might have been. They sold one of the tigers to that guy in Vegas, the one that was killed at that show that the guy did in Vegas, where that lion just all of a sudden turned on him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that,
Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
Mm.
but they sold him one of the tigers that he had. So that's kind of cool, though. Yeah, I've been kind of going down memory lane a little bit the last couple of days, looking at these pictures. It's
Mm.
kind of cool. But yeah, I saved that kangaroo picture just for you Australians.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura, welcome.
What's up, Laura? Oh, his, Matt's, meeting Mars down there by his mom to go riding.
We're going scooter riding.
Hey,
Well,
Lynn.
Mars. What's up,
Lenny,
Lauren?
Lenny. Lynn's,
Mars rides the
Lynn's in
unicycles.
the chat.
Mm.
I hope one of them ain't riding bitch.
Hey, Ron, did I ever show you the picture of Lynn going down on the porch?
No.
Just a minute.
Does she want you to show this picture?
Oh, she doesn't care.
I think we've seen it.
We're among friends, you know.
Yeah, we're all family.
You good. Yeah.
Oh, Paul, stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to screen share it. Escape.
No,
Lynn said don't share it.
no.
Screen share. Here we go.
Lynn said no, Paul. Paul.
No.
What? Yeah, I got time lapse problem there.
Try it, Lynn.
Here we go. She got a couple of packages off her porch. She screwed up her arm, screwed up her leg, broke her leg, broke her foot.
This recently?
Yes.
Yeah. A few days ago.
Fall off something?
I think she just lost her balance.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a step down and she was going out to get the mail.
Hmm.
I mean, she's as best as she can be, Bill. She ended up breaking her foot, so.
Mm.
She broke her arm?
Well, she's bruised up and everything, and I don't know if she sprained her arm or what. She probably explain it to you. But not good.
Got a boot on right now.
Yeah.
Or at least
How's the foot going, Lynn?
Yeah, let me see if I got, no, that's not the one.
And if I
Yeah,
would have
she's in-
known last night, about 2 hours earlier, before I committed, I went to work last night. This is Devil's Tower last night.
Oh, nice.
The Northern Lights were here.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That was taken with your phone, Ron?
No, somebody else took that.
Oh,
I was
okay.
sitting there at work, jealous as hell.
There you go, Ron.
Oh shit! It was in a cast.
Mm.
Not good. But you know,
Mhm.
the thing of it is, as we get older, I find myself dropping stuff and stepping on things and tripping myself.
Well, as embarrassing as I want to say, I did the same thing today. I tripped and fell, only that one cost me money.
Hmm.
I stopped at Menards and got paint for the deck railing,
Yeah.
$45 a gallon. Well, so much for that. I fell, can dropped. As soon as it hit the ground, it opened up.
Oh,
But it missed me and missed the car.
oh, it was out in the parking lot.
Yeah, right. Well, no, right out in front of my house.
Oh,
And then yesterday, I was so pissed. It's too early for this. But two bucks got into a fight right in front of my porch yesterday afternoon.
Mhm.
And they were going at it, pushing and shoving, slammed right in the side of my car and caved in the whole side of my car.
Oh, wow.
So,
Somebody showed up without a reservation.
yeah. Somehow, don't ask me how, why, but big dent. And 15 minutes later, the damn thing popped out on its own. But at the moment, I was pissed, and they knew it. They knew it.
exactly. Take their insurance details.
Yeah. I haven't seen a deer today because there was a lot of foul language and screaming. That took
I
place.
agree. Say, you know, it hit the social media network there and in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say big brawl at Ron's.
yeah.
Shitheads.
Tickets being sold.
Yeah.
I can say, someone came without a reservation, try to get in front of the
Yeah.
line. But as it wasn't having none of that.
Yeah. They don't carry insurance either.
Mm,
Pay for damages.
yep.
Yeah, but what would life be without him, Ron, you know?
I'm out there yelling and screaming, every last mother effing one of you get out of here. I was losing it. I saw the side of my car. I'm like, holy shit.
Have they been back since?
Nope.
Just
You
Didn't
hurt
look-
their
Didn't
you
mind.
hurt their feelings.
Good.
And you know, and I'm sure they're back in the woods talking. I don't know what he's talking about. You know what he's talking about? What who did what?
Yeah. He
So
used
they're
to
all
chill.
talking smack now.
It's an old beater car. What's he bitching about? Haven't seen one piece of fur today.
mm,
I don't know if it's that warm up there, Mark. Might have been the movement of the car. Was the car just sitting when it popped back out? Or were you driving down the road?
Ron, did
Yeah.
it just pop out on its own?
Yeah.
No, were you driving down the road or was it just sitting parked?
No, it's sitting there in the sun.
Ah,
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay, Mark, I guess it was.
Sun heated
the
it
heat.
up.
Yeah. All of a sudden,
It
I'm
must have
just
been.
sitting there. I'm brewing. I'm sitting on the porch and like, it's like 20 minutes after it happened. And all of a sudden I hear, boom. I'm like, no shit. There's one little small dent left, but you can barely see it.
it'll buff out. Mm.
But my other project today, if you guys remember, I was probably tomorrow I'll get my prints gathered up and then I go back to work Thursday. So Friday morning I'll come through Gillette on my way home and I'll stop at the printer. I'm getting, I think, like 5 prints done in acrylic. It's almost like on glass.
Hmm.
But I started the centerpiece of the wall that I had talked about. I got a wooden slab and I bought wooden letters and I burnt everything. And then I got, I spent it was a good hour and a half, 2 hours babysitting this today, but I bought that resin, you know, the real super thick varnish. This is the, it's kind of hard to see. Hold on.
Yeah, I got the idea.
Let's see. How do I edit? There we go. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
But up in the, I got the letters of, it wrote in Alaska, and then up in this corner, right, oops,
Oh,
right here, I'm getting a clock.
Okay,
Oh, well,
nice.
how big would that piece of wood be?
It's probably 1.5 feet
Okay,
by about 10, 11, 12 inches. Yeah, about 10 by 12.5 feet. That'll be the centerpiece of my office wall. And then all the Alaska photography will all go around it. So. Yeah, it's gonna
and
turn out
Mark
pretty
Mark
cool.
White says, make sure you're wearing a mask if you're going to use that resin.
Oh yeah, that stuff's potent.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dre, I was thinking about you this morning.
I'm going to
Like-
put it out in the freezer.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. That's why I got a warm and fuzzy feeling, huh?
yeah.
It's like, what would Dre do in this situation? Because he's in this line of work.
Oh, man.
Shit goes downhill.
You know what, Ron? I keep preaching that same story every time I meet with, you know, city staff and PD and stuff. You had a Red Cross class last week on emergency shelter operations and things like that. And some people are starting to catch on because, like I say, you look at the news every day and you hear about all these different events and all that kind of stuff. And it don't have to be nothing major. Cause like the day after we had that class, we had in the city of Whittier, California, which is about an hour and 15 minutes where I'm at, they had a regular gas leak in the street. And I'm talking about, you know, the gas leak was so powerful, you could see the cloud coming up out of the sidewalk.
Wow.
So it was a lot of gas escaping. And they said that, you know, this happened sometime, I think, around 8, 9 o'clock the night before. And they said the Red Cross had already had emergency shelter operations up and running by 2 a.m. for those 75 people in that community to be, you know, housed. You know,
Wow.
as I tell you folks, I said, these things, it could be something like that or anything else that doesn't be that significant that you have to jump into action.
Right.
And that's why I tell these people, I said, doesn't have to be a major earthquake or major hurricane or tornado or whatever. That's on the far extreme side. But it could be something like say like a gas line leak or water main break, something like that, that you got to start setting up emergency operations to house people, to organize different public work things, organize PD, all the things come into play, but it's on a smaller scale.
Right.
And that's why I'm trying to tell people we need to get ourselves ready because like I said, we are woefully prepared.
You know, it's like at our 911 center there for the county. Well, just the city of Gillette, but they dispatched the Campbell County Sheriff's Department too. And part of my orientation with this new job is I got to go spend a day in dispatch, a day with and ride around with the Sheriff's Department, and a day with the fire department.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah, and that's what the thing to me was with that class is that, you know, I don't anticipate me needing to be one of the people who are actually opening up a shelter, but I need to have a working knowledge of what needs to take place. And that's pretty much what they're having you do, at least do ride-alongs, so you have an idea of what needs to take place.
Right.
What's up, Mike? JDS, how's it going?
There it is.
Yeah, there were some cell towers or whatever that just boom
Right.
went.
Hmm. Yep.
But it was about 3-4 hours of fiasco.
And see, that's becoming more and more important because more people are nowadays are opting not to have a landline in their house.
Hmm.
They rely upon cell phones more than having a
Yeah.
landline.
I don't even think in some places you can even get landlines anymore.
Hmm.
Because like
I
a
st-
lot
I
of the
still, I
ones,
still maintain them in my house. I even have a backup old school phone, not the wireless one, but an old school phone in my garage.
well, I'm
So,
saying, because like a lot of places now, like in especially a lot of the newer neighborhoods around here, if you
Mhm.
want a house phone, it's just literally it's
Yeah,
a
you gotta
house
pay
phone,
extra
but it
for it,
goes
yeah.
through your damn internet modem. So
Well,
Mm.
yeah, that's what I said. When I got my house, I deliberately had to put in an extra jack in the garage to have an old style landline phone. So even
Hey,
if the
Rod.
power goes out, that phone will still work.
Jody.
You got those cordless phones in the house and stuff. The
Yep.
power goes out, the cordless phone system goes out in your house.
Hmm.
I know some of
Well-
the places down here, they have these mobile command 911 centers now, just in case stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these big 18-wheel trailers and stuff that are all
Yeah.
decked out.
Yeah. We've got that.
I mean,
here
like I
too.
say, once the resources get deployed, they can get them back up and running, but you got to think, how much time does that take to do?
Hmm.
You don't have an old rotary phone there. Trey.
No, it's
Go back a
push-
lot,
it's a
rotary
push
phone,
button,
yeah.
but it is a landline. It is like I say,
One of the
It's a-
ones
it's a
up with
la-
the wind-up wheel.
yeah, the
Operator.
rotary phone. I said when I first bought my house 30 years ago, when internet was just brand new, I had an old cheap phone from Radio Shack that just sat flat on the desk, and I had 2 outlets in my office downstairs, and that's when we used to have the old dial-ups and stuff. You get on there and dial the number, and you hear the modem screeching and wailing about and stuff, which
Yeah, I
I miss
remember
that
those
sound to
days.
this day. You know,
Well, I thought
Oh.
maybe you still had one of those ones where you put your finger in the dial and you spin it.
if
You
I
know,
if
click,
I-
click, click,
hey,
click,
Paul,
click,
if I
click.
go to my parents' house and I look in their garage, I think I can still find one.
Yeah. They'll bike a lot.
Yeah.
I remember in my dad's house, we had a phone in every room. There was even one in front of every one of the toilets in the bathrooms.
Oh wow.
He had one of those ones that sat on the wall that you could pick up.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yep.
Oh, Murray, I went to the jeweler yesterday.
Oh, did you with the watch?
And they said, based on what they seen, they said this could be a lot of money. But
Yeah.
I have to send it in
Yep.
to be
Because
verified.
I'm getting all kinds of, because I did the search, I'm getting all kinds of solicitations. If you have anything like this for sale, you contact us. We'll give you all the information, all the whatever, and we'll make it worth your while, they said.
Mhm.
Really?
They will. Was that the Rolex?
Back you up
Rolex
for
I
your
heard you guys
account
talking
reviews.
about yesterday.
Yep.
I don't know. I think Ron's going to wind up like the Russians with that submarine. It's going to be cheaper to get a new one than to fix the old one.
I'm just looking to see if it's worth anything.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, they're telling me when they're corresponding with me, they says, we don't care. We'll pay big bucks for that watch.
Mm.
Oh,
And it seems to me, I get some of those Rolex ads or whatever. I don't know if they're knockoffs, whatever, but it's like the price of a Rolex is coming down. Maybe they're putting out cheaper versions or whatever else of the cases, but I'm seeing them down around $1,500, $1,000 for Rolexes. And I'm like, usually Rolex are $5,000 and above.
Yep. That's what Ron's got.
Yeah.
He's got one of the big ones with the diamonds all around it and everything.
Oh.
And
You got you got one of Liberace watches.
the Liberace watch. Yep.
Hey.
And Chris,
Nice.
that one that looks identical to the one I have is like 35 grand.
35 grand, yep.
Wow.
And they were showing all these different Rolexes, Dre,
Mhm.
and they were used, and they were
Mhm.
35 grand, 40,000, 38,000.
Yeah, I like watches, but I have my limits on how much I'll spend to see what time it is twice a day.
Well, who
Yeah.
ever thought, Dre, that people would be paying $1,000 for tennis shoes?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that too. I mean, from my era, the only time you wore tennis shoes unless you played on a team.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now
unless
it's
you're playing
part of regular
tennis.
attire. It's part of everyday attire when you go out the door. Everybody's got, just like I see all the women wearing so-called yoga pants. And I said, when the last time you been to the gym?
Yeah, exactly.
They wear them stretch pants, yoga pants, wherever you got it. It's almost like wearing an outer girdle because all
Yeah.
it does is shape everything up.
Yeah.
And it helps a lot of them a lot.
And I gotta say, I can't complain about that sometimes.
No, I wouldn't complain about it, but it's like I said, the purpose of the garment was to wear for workout purposes. But
Yeah,
now it's like everyday wear.
yeah, it seems that way. Yeah.
And some of the stuff I see in the gym, I'm like, I feel like said, doesn't that hurt? Because I'm talking about it separates the cheeks.
Well,
and
here's
back
what I'd like
slice
to
of
ask.
bread.
I don't have the guts to ask Dre, but I'd like to find one that's really tight fitting, and say, how do you get them things off?
It's definitely a peel. You gotta be good like a banana, peeling a banana. 'Cause I can
Yeah.
tell you, Paul, I see them in the gym in the morning, and it's like somebody was trying to slice 2 loaves of bread. That's how far it's up the crack.
Yep.
It's sort of, the toes of a camel.
Hold on,
Yeah.
are we complaining about this?
Well,
Or are we
and-
just
No, we're not
talking about it?
complaining.
Well, I just say
Just mentioning.
I'm not complaining from a voyeur position. I'm complaining that person's wearing. I said that's got to be uncomfortable.
Either that or
Yeah.
very
Up
stimulating.
there.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Stimulating
It's right up
exercise.
there, let's say.
because
No,
I know when
I
I get my boxer shorts, I get a little high right. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, I remember
Pull
that
it
when
down.
remember when
Ouija.
the women's like spandex thing was a big craze about 3-4 years ago. Everybody was buying them, like all the girls were selling them and all this other
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know, a lot of girls like Sarah used to wear 'em, my sister, and they all said they were super comfortable.
Yeah, it's
Like they
just,
were-
Well, like a
goes
second
right
layer
up
of
there.
skin, right?
Yeah,
Well, I guess, I don't know. I mean, you gotta remember, they don't have shit hanging down there like we do.
exactly. But because they don't have anything hanging, it can go right in,
But there was like cheap ones you could buy, but then there was like expensive brands of them. And those were the ones that girls were selling like Avon. These girls had like whole stores set up online and stuff where they were selling those. And there was a couple of really big name brand ones that were really
We're not
popular. for
complaining.
about
We're just saying how hard it is to take off.
But that's where you would see a lot of girls wearing them was at the gym. So obviously they're comfortable if they're wearing them.
Mm.
But yeah, my sister and Sarah's friend that she used to work with that used to live here, she had a whole store online selling those things and used to sell them in the office and everything else to all the other girls.
Oh, good.
It's kind of like I said, it's kind of like the makeup, the Avon makeup thing.
Oh, yeah.
Girls would have these like spandex parties and shit.
Mm.
Can't remember what the name of them were though. But yeah, Sarah had a whole bunch of them a couple of years ago. She had probably at least 10 or 15 pairs of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
She's saving them now for your daughter to wear.
Oh, she don't have them no more. I mean, they wouldn't even, to be honest, they were so thin, it wasn't hard to tear them. So every once in a while, you'd get a hole in it and then it'd start expanding like pantyhose when it gets a hole in
Ooh.
it, you know? So
That'd be the good part then.
Yeah, if you wore them for a few months, they would start wearing through pretty quick.
Mm.
Well, that's like these people that got the blue jeans with the holes in them and paid a lot of money for them. You have holes in them.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't they call that macrame? Macrame jeans, I think,
yeah.
what they call them.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what's in right now. Those are the kind of pants my daughter likes wearing, my oldest.
Yeah, they're fashionable.
Ah, hell with it. Cut them off. Turn them into jeans or shorts.
Cut off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Dominic, what's been going on with you today?
Well, I've just
You're
woke up.
just getting up, yeah.
Yeah, about an hour ago. We'll see how what the day brings.
Well, what's your reservation look for different live streams that you've got to be on today?
Not many on a Wednesday actually. I get to have a rest. I think this is the only one today.
Well,
Yeah, there aren't that
think-
many. There aren't that many Tuesday night.
I think of you when I think of Paul Hodges. He keeps getting these calls to go and do signs, and all these people call Dominic to come and get on his live stream. You know.
Mhm.
Joe, are you all complaining?
Didn't say we were complaining.
No, it's a mystery. You just have to wonder about it.
Yeah,
Use your imagination.
not much imagination needed sometimes.
But that's the thing is every generation kind of thinks they have their own style, but a lot of times styles just repeat.
Yeah, Jody
Like skip
says.
a few generations.
Jody tells those young people when they're walking around with their underwear hanging out and their pants down around below their hips. He says, "Hey, I think your diaper's full."
Women, they
That's
got
a good one.
their jeans all ripped, and I walk up. Oh, you okay? He goes, what? Yeah, why? I said, look like you got attacked by a bear. You know, they just
I mean,
Yeah.
back when I was in high school, bell bottoms made a comeback on, well, the girls used to wear them, but yeah,
Yeah, I remember
back when I was in
those.
high school, girls used to wear the bell bottom. They were wearing them.
Mm.
About
Like I said,
every 40 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Fads come back around. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't get a 1920s or 1930s fad come back around at some point. You know, where they start dressing like greasers and shit, you know, like
Mm.
the 50s and like I wouldn't be surprised.
Did you guys notice recently they're talking about things that old? You remember the Frasier show that used to be on TV?
Yeah.
Well, now they're doing a rerun. It's starting the end of next month, and it's
Yeah,
him with an older son and grandchildren.
yeah. I read about that.
I never liked that show. I always thought that show was kind of boring.
I didn't mind it. There are,
It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was recognizable.
yeah. I don't mind it.
Like I know a lot of the episodes because my mom used to watch a lot of Seinfeld, Friends, and Frasier back in the day.
Well, because it was built out of Cheers.
Yeah.
It was sort of like an offshoot of Cheers. He was one of the drinkers. That was a great show. Cheers.
I went to the Cheers bar up in Boston once.
Yeah.
So that was an actual bar that they shot that show in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, whoever owns that's got a nice little iconic
Holy shit. Yeah.
tourist spot. I bet a lot of people
Mhm.
come in there every year.
Yep.
No comment.
That's the kind of place to own though, because it could be out in the middle of nowhere and you'll get thousands of people coming through there. to
Yeah,
look at it every year.
well, it is where everybody knows your name.
It's like the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch.
I mean, that's it.
It's out here in Montana. I was about 30 miles from there once, and I should have went all the way and went and seen it, but it's a big place.
Was that the one they used for Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that was the house they used and everything.
Because the real the other ranches that were in the show were real ones, like the 666, I think was a real one
Yep.
down in Texas. That's a real ranch.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Fantasy Island. The waterfall was in Kauai. They shot they shot parts of that show in Kauai, out there in Hawaii.
I honeymooned there. I went to that exact waterfall. Yep.
That's where they shot on. Yeah. That's right.
Waimea Falls, I believe the name of it was.
The plane.
The plane.
Plane.
Yeah.
That's where they shot a lot of the Jurassic Park movies too, was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Is that little guy still around? Do you know?
No, he died a long time ago. I forget his name.
Who?
The guy,
Justin.
the plane.
Justin, that was on the Nepali coast. I said, I think my ex-wife still has all her own old honeymoon pictures, but
What was the name? What was the name of that show that he was on?
Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island. Okay, I'll look it up and see what the deal with him is.
Yeah.
Hey, that was also back when the Love Boat was big.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Laura put a new short out of RL Photography and Northside Hawk. Oh boy. Oh,
With the size of cruise ships now, they couldn't have called that thing the Love Boat. It would have been the Love Rowboat compared to what they are now.
I like watching those guys on YouTube that go around to the filming locations and they show you. There's a couple guys I watch on YouTube that do that. They go to like TV shows and iconic movies and they take you around and show you the different filming locations.
Okay, his name was Javier Vilecchaize. And it was Tattoo was his name.
Tattoo, yep.
Yeah, Corey put his name in the chat.
He's a French actor.
He passed away a long time ago.
Even the old guy from Jurassic Park, he died quite a few years ago too.
He was born in 1943. French actor and painter. He is best known for his roles there in Evil Henchman. They didn't know that. Early life, career, personal life, and death. Okay. Mid-1970, had a 2-year relationship with actress Susan Tyrell. Shared a home. Early morning hours of September the 4th, 1993, North Hollywood home, at age of 50, believed to have fired a shot through the sliding glass door and awakened his longtime girlfriend, Kathy, before shooting himself. So he was a suicide.
No.
He left a suicide note saying he was despondent over long-time health problems. He was suffering from chronic pain due to having oversized internal organs putting increasing pressure on his body.
Mm,
Yeah, because he had dwarfism.
Yep.
mm.
Everything was dwarf except his internal organs was full size.
Hmm.
On Daffy Duck's movie, Fantastic Island also said it. Where'd Dre go?
Hey, I was just noticing that.
I think he dropped off because he was on the phone.
Bionic Mitch. Wait.
Yeah.
You see this guy on Fantasy Island every Saturday, and he's. Hey, are you a rancher, really?
Yes, I've got a small ranch.
What do you raise?
Women, horses, rabbits, chickens.
No, wait. This is silly.
Oh, I remember that guy. I've seen him before.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you should know him.
Tattoo.
Want to plug a record?
Yeah, they're playing.
There's a lady who just sing that I like very much, so I heard she was on the show. So.
You're a Crystal Gale fan?
Yes, very much so.
She's back in the dressing room, Hervé. You want to? Wait a minute, my letter. You forgot the whole bit. Thank you very much. Nice to have you with us. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm.
Arco Drone Solutions. Oh, that was wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Art's tall compared to him.
Yeah. You tower over him.
Not a whole lot bigger. I met Art.
Yeah, me too. You know, I went to school with a kid early on. He was probably not quite 3 foot tall. He was 2 foot something in the second grade.
Why do people have to fight?
Mm.
Why don't they learn to do what's right?
Exactly.
Why do they hurt each other so?
Mm.
Why don't they know what children know?
That's a good singer.
Know that love is the only way to have a peaceful world today.
Perfect.
We know we're young, we know we're small, but love is all that matters after all.
That was the best special effects we had back then.
Yeah. Special effect.
And we're happy, dream and dream that never ends. We greet each morning with
Yep.
and most of all we get along.
Everybody get their cigarette lighters out.
No, these days you pull your cell phone out and turn the flashlight on.
Yeah.
No more cigarette lighters at concerts.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, it's the cell phone with the flashlight. Can't be burning the theater down.
Oh no.
Although I suppose if you leave the LEDs on for about 10,000 years, they might catch on fire.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of nice that they're still on YouTube or on the internet, that you can go and look him up, because there was years ago, people come and went.
Birdman.
Birdman.
David, how are you, buddy? Long time to see.
We all care about football, Laura.
Oh, to hell with football. It's almost basketball. It's almost basketball season, damn it.
Basketball?
Basketball.
Well, Paul Hodges is getting into railroad season. Indoor railroad.
Yeah.
When all else fails outdoors, it's retreat into his railroad room.
Yep. We're gonna fire up that train set.
Well, you got new hobbies now, I hear, Paul Hodges.
Oh yeah, he's got the little honey.
Yeah, but the hunt season's coming too, so.
He's got to figure out how to integrate the drone with the trains. He needs a smaller drone so he can fly it around the train.
No, it'll blow all your fucking scenery all over and things off the track and too much wind.
No. I'm saying you need one like this big.
Yeah.
It's got to be scaled just like the train.
So it's the 1st of October, we get to hunt deer here with Bo, so it's closer, another 2 weeks away.
Isn't it time to go change the tires up there in Canada?
You put your winter tires on.
Put the winter tires on?
You don't have to here. Quebec, you do. It's law. You do.
Yeah, you have to. They give you a ticket if you don't they?
Yeah, I think north of the French River, you have to too, I think.
Out west, they all do it.
I just run all seasons on them.
You gonna be a hunting widow, Paul?
Yeah. It's gonna be too warm. Well, it's starting to get cool nights now.
Well, is Sheila going hunting with you?
I don't think she would. I don't think so.
He's not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get her all in the camouflage and out there in the pucker brushes,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's my time away.
Yeah.
Well, she goes with him and puts signs up.
Yeah. Yeah, she goes with me for that. She likes to go for the ride. Now, you wouldn't get her in a bush.
Have you asked her?
Oh, she's not even that big on deer meat until I give her the spaghetti. I said, well, could you tell the difference in meat? She said, I figured you put deer meat in there. I said, could you tell the difference? She goes, no. Well, yeah.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched a guy eat a chicken on YouTube today, and I've never seen it before, but it's like called a black, like Chinese chicken or something.
Yeah, black
And
chicken.
Yeah, the skin's all black and everything.
Yeah.
And they said it tastes like a cross between like a chicken and
Yeah.
duck.
Chicken and a duck.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, black chicken. And you can also do drunken chicken.
Well, that's
Dunkin'.
like the at the holidays turducken where they stick duck inside turkey.
Inside a duck, inside a chicken.
Yeah.
Like the guy liked it. He just said the color of it was off-putting because we're so used to seeing.
I see. One time, I had some, but he took a salmon, put it in tinfoil, smothered it in mayonnaise, and covered it all up, put it in the barbecue, and it turned black. And Anyways, you cooked it, take it off and scrape the black off. God, it was good. Yeah. Okay, Laura, have a good night.
Hey,
Well
Laura,
done,
Laura. Thanks for stopping in, Laura.
What's up, Daryl?
I think
What's
Laura's,
up, David?
does she do a late night tomorrow? Justin?
Wednesdays. Yeah. But
He
usually
didn't
that's
mention
like
it. That's how I was wondering.
2 or 3 in the morning our time though. So
Yeah.
And Dominic, you haven't talked your way onto Mikey's show?
No, not yet.
He's a
Trying to.
character.
I'd love to talk my way onto either one of the cans, Heron or Dono.
Ken Dono. I used to get invited all the time to go on Mikey's shows.
Mm.
He's a character.
Yeah, he is off the wall.
Everybody says he's different in person than he is
Yes, he is.
than the show.
Yeah, he would.
so.
He would do that for the camera because it gets people in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he's a modern day Soupy Sales.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting, David.
Okay, so you're doing an early Saturday morning stream, but you're not doing the Wednesday night late night. Okay.
Mm.
Because I know that you mentioned it and Justin reminded me that usually you did a late Wednesday.
Right. I thought it was like Tuesday because it worked out Wednesday morning here.
yeah, it worked out good for everybody in Australia and the UK, but everybody in the US it's like super freaking late.
Yeah, we can't seem to find that sweet spot where all three nations line up perfectly time wise.
No, it's easy for Australia and the US because it's either morning or evening. So
Yeah.
it's not
The UK is the hard one.
right because they're in the middle, so it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to work around them.
But with daylight saving coming up, it'll be 10 hours different between UK and Australia.
Instead of 11.
And then another hour when they go back becomes 11. So
You
one
know, that's
starts
an
at
interesting
11
question.
and
I don't know
16.
that Florida's changing this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're not going to fall back?
That was the game plan. I don't know whether that passed the Senate, the federal Senate.
Mm.
It's been passed inside the state. Rubio was trying to get it passed it's got to be done at the federal level too.
So in other words, all states then would not switch.
All states can kind of decide not to. And you know, there's been a lot of talk for a long time of just stay on daylight savings time. I mean, the reality is everybody likes more daylight in the evening so they can get their shopping done and everything else after work kind of stuff. So,
Right.
you know, it's like,
Yeah, because
you know, why do this?
It would only be 5 o'clock here, and it's
Uncle
already
Bill.
starting to
And
get
here
dark
comes
out.
Andrew.
You know, it's like, why do all this flipping and
Andrew.
flopping?
Andrew,
What's up?
Yeah, because
What's
Arizona
up?
already doesn't do it.
What's up, Paul Murray?
hey
Is that
Andrew,
Justin
how are you doing?
hiding?
Andrew,
I see hiding over there.
Everybody's hiding.
Yeah, because
Hello,
Arizona already
Ron.
doesn't do daylight
Yeah,
savings time, so.
Justin's hiding over there.
Yeah.
Andrew
Justin's
came
right.
on. I guess I gotta hide.
Yeah. That's all
Very
fine.
funny. What's up, Justin?
Not much.
Uh,
We're playing musical chairs now.
There you go.
I think it's him.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless-
Andrew, what's your thoughts on daylight savings time? Would you like it to stay that way?
It'd be nice if they cancel it altogether.
But
You
stay
know?
on stay on daylight savings where we have more light at night.
Because every year there is somebody in the state senate that comes out and says, "Let's change it," and not change to state daylight savings.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
And
changed in
this guy's
Florida. I just don't know whether the federal government, because the state has to do it, and then the federal government has to approve it.
He's
Yeah.
been doing it for every year, like clockwork, for 30 years. And nothing really comes about it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think eventually they'll do away with it and just stay on daylight savings time.
Because every now and then I hear in Indiana, somebody brings it up. This way, all the bunch of farmers are against it. And there's a lot of farms in Indiana because it's farm fields as far as you can see.
Mm.
Part of Indiana used to be Central Time.
What's up, Bill?
Well, that's the thing about it is that the daylight savings and the regular Eastern Standard Time, you got states that may be on the east end, they get more daylight than the ones on the west end because the time changes and
Sure.
Mm.
Because New York and Indiana are in the same time zone.
Hmm.
Chicago is just over the time zone.
Mm.
Yes?
Interesting.
Yes.
Chicago is Eastern or Central?
Central.
Well, it's
Central.
the same when you cross the border from California to Arizona, because they don't observe daylight savings time.
Because I think it's less than 5 hours Indianapolis to Chicago. If you go Indianapolis, Chicago, you're going northwest.
More north than west.
Yes. Family friends live out in Indiana, so
Mm.
Yeah, the interesting ones are all those border towns or the town that
Oh.
is on both sides of the border.
yeah. What do you do if, say, half of your house is in one time zone and half of your house is in the other time zone?
That'd
You
be
can look
fun.
that up, Paul. I'm sure you'll find a YouTube video on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, Bill. Hawaii too. I knew there was another one. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah. Hawaii.
Hawaii and Arizona
You-
don't observe it.
Well, that's like up on the northern border of the US and Canada. There's some towns that half of it is in the US and half of it is in Canada.
Yes.
There's that little one island.
Yeah, there's one in Maine especially, and it runs right down through the middle of the library.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up towards Michigan, North Dakota, there's a town that borders a lake, and part of the town is on the US side, part of the town is on the Canadian side, but the way the border goes, you have to go around and over and in.
Yeah. Yeah. I've read about that one.
Yep, yeah.
Saw a short about it. It was like, huh.
Mm.
I was like, how do they get mail? Particularly if it's, Paul, snowing.
Yeah.
I think you know a little bit about that
Yep.
right stuff.
Well, and they're talking about maybe being a little bit more harsh of a winter, but I remember growing up here, there was like 4 or 5 foot drifts out by the road of snow, because we used to, as kids, we'd make tunnels in them, and
Yeah,
little,
in the 70s, that was not unusual.
yeah.
Watertown, New York, they end up every year with 4 or 5 foot drifts
Yeah.
because it's just off Lake Erie.
Yeah, in Florida, it was called the reintroduced the Sunshine Protection Act is what they were trying to push through at one point.
The
Sun-
It got
Reduction
passed. It
Protection
got
Act?
passed in Florida. They were waiting on the Senate, the federal
Sunsh-
Senate.
Sunshine Protection Act. is
Yep.
what the bill was called.
Yep, it was passed.
Say, Paul, has Night Train been in?
No, he hasn't, but he was in a little earlier
Yeah, he was in the chat.
in the chat a little earlier.
Okay, I
It's
missed
because
it.
it's daylight yet. It'd be day train, not night train. You gotta wait a couple
Well,
hours wait a couple hours for night train to show up.
Well, if he does create another channel, he could be Day Train.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in about 15, 20 minutes ago. If you scroll up, he
Oh.
made a comment about, yes, I'm complaining because there's no limitations either. Some of them women should not wear them. Just saying. We were talking about the spandex.
Oh
Spandex,
yeah.
yoga pants, bike shorts.
You go into a Kmart or a Walmart or whatever, and there's always one in there. It's like, oh my God, who dressed you this
What-
morning?
Yeah.
Dominic, you know what Walmart is, right?
Yes, I know what Walmart is.
Yeah. If you go in it late at night, like at midnight or 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
all the interesting people are there.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the people of Walmart.
So I've been there a couple times at 2 in the morning.
Dominic's going to go in with a microphone and interview them all.
Yeah.
I think Justin's been there occasionally at 2 in the morning as well.
Where?
Walmart.
Walmart at midnight or 2 a.m. or something
Wait,
like
when
that.
you get the night stalkers are in there.
The interesting
No,
people.
Not in the last 2 years, because they switched that over here like 2 years, 3
Yeah,
years ago.
most of the Walmarts here are not 24-hour stores.
No, they changed it once COVID hit. They gave them an excuse to close the stores at night. Because they were
Mhm.
already planned, when I was working management at Walmart, we already had meetings about that a year before COVID hit, about them getting rid of the stores being opened after 10 PM. And they said they were gonna start implementing it. And as soon as COVID hit, they started doing it all over the country.
Well, Andrew, you know where everybody is at 3 a.m., right?
I mean, there might still be some that are open 24 hours around the country, but I haven't
Some
seen
people.
any.
They're at Denny's. Because that's where all
Well,
the
now,
drunk. Because that's
our-
where all the drunks go.
Our
once
Denny's,
the bar
our
closes.
Denny's is not a 24-hour Denny's.
Mm.
Used to be.
One of the latest,
Hello, Tim
Uh,
again.
one of the restaurants open the latest is a Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House is
we have
another
late
one
night
for all the
kebab
drunks to
joints.
go hang out too.
That's where all the drunks hang out. Late night kebab joints. Yeah.
Uncle Bill, how you doing?
Hey,
Well,
Uncle
you
Bill.
get-
And
Get a
speaking of
lot of-
Chicago earlier, the bars in Chicago open till like 4 a.m.
Certainly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Waffle
Until at
House,
least
Joe.
3 here.
Hot Rod, if you haven't had deep dish Chicago style pizza, you need to get yourself one.
Giordano's. I hate Gino's East. Giordano's. It's thicker, more cheese.
I like all pizza. I don't care if it's deep dish.
I've
New York
actually
style.
thought about having them ship one here because they do
Oh,
shipping.
my favorite has got to be deep dish Chicago pizza. Hands
No,
down.
Giordano's, not Gino's East. Gino's East is too much tomato sauce.
Okay.
Doesn't that depend on who's making it? Who's behind?
Gino's uses too much tomato sauce.
Maybe that guy left.
Sure, Joe,
No.
Waffle House has the reputation for drunk idiots at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Got us-
says Denny's for the same reason. 'Cause
You're-
those are the two restaurants that were open at that time in the morning.
You're
They
awfully
still
quiet.
are in my around here, the Waffle Houses and
Yeah.
the IHOPs and the Denny's. Well,
Yep.
we have an IHOP in our town, but they're open 24 hours.
Any of those
I-
three would all be good candidates about 3 a.m.
Well, I
to
got
find all the drunks.
we got IHOP here next to Publix. Literally,
Mm.
Is Publix a 24-hour?
No,
I don't know. I don't
no,
think
they're
so.
not. They close at like I think 9 or 10 o'clock. I don't even think they're open that late.
No, that's early.
It would be 10 at the latest. And
Yeah, I
they're
think
the-
they
they're-
do. Mine does 9. So
And they're the one grocery store that closes on like all the major holidays too.
Mhm.
They're not like Walmart only closes on Thanksgiving and Christmas, but Publix closes
Yeah,
quite a
good
few
point,
times.
Bill.
a year.
So, Publix at one point was open on Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then some were even open on Black Friday.
Well, I mean, if you
And then they got
Black
flack for it.
Friday is a stupid day to be closed anyway.
Yeah.
Even if you're a grocery store, because you can run deals on groceries. I mean, Black Friday is the day for any retail place to be open. Because like I said, even if you're selling groceries, you can still offer Black Friday deals on stuff.
You got Black Friday over there, don't you, Dom?
Yeah, we're starting it now.
Starting it.
it's starting
Black
to
Friday's
become-
been a thing for how many decades, Paul?
What's that?
Black Friday has been a thing for how
Oh,
many
yeah.
decades?
Since the 50s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so a while.
We're starting it now.
How are they just starting?
And now Cyber Mondays.
Mm.
I think October 10th and 11th, there's a Prime event.
I
Yeah,
think it's.
I saw that
think it-
today.
I think it's stupid that they do those around the time that they do them. They should do a Cyber Monday around tax time. You talking about all those tax checks coming in? That's the time
Ooh,
to run a
that-
deal like that. That's when everybody's got a lot of excess money.
If I can get a super deal on a TV, then I'll buy another TV.
Like I
Yeah.
understand Black Friday because it's, it's a month before Christmas, so that makes sense. People want to get some good deals on Christmas gifts, but I really think they should run one at the end of February or March.
Because
They
my
should
other
run
TV is
another
like
sale.
You know,
TV is
Justin,
like
you're
10
missing
years
you're
old,
missing
so-
something there.
What?
Not at the end of the month. Should be at the beginning of the month.
if you buy a TV, look at Consumer Reports first.
Mm.
But if you're gonna
Because
do
they-
that kind of a sale, you want to do it at the beginning of the month. Why?
Because
Anybody
they
tell me why?
do- You go ahead.
All the welfare checks have been delivered. That's why. They all have money at the beginning of the month.
Is this Paul? Is this you?
Yeah, the 24-hour stores. Walmart.
But aren't you in?
I'm in Michigan.
Mm.
Yeah,
We don't have
That
it.
you're
might-
in New York. You're looking in
That
New York.
might not be 100% accurate though. You might,
You have to zoom out, Paul.
because there's still some Walmarts around here that show 24 hours, but they've been closing at 10 for a year and a half, 2 years now. So.
Yeah, you're looking
Now,
at
if
Newark.
you're in a major ass city like Vegas or New York, they might have them still, but
See what
Then you're-
they're not showing any Walmarts.
if
You're
now,
because you're looking in Newark, New Jersey.
Because what I put in was where's the closest Walmart 24-hour store from me, and it took me to New
Oh,
York.
so it thinks you're in New Jersey.
No, it just realizes that the nearest one is that far away.
Oh my
Mm.
God.
In other words,
Couple of- a
as
couple
Justin
hours
said,
drive.
there really aren't many.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just
I
around
don't
the
think
corner.
that, honestly, I don't think there is at all, but like I said, there could
Uh,
still be some. But it would
that's
have to be a really big city that could support it being open that late.
Mm.
Because Walmart found that they were having a high theft at that time of night. And not to mention, there wasn't enough foot traffic going through a lot of the stores in the cities that were like 100,000, 80,000. Like size, towns, that it was worth them keeping it open. So they decided to start closing them. But like I said, in major cities, they may still have them in like New York or I don't know, because we get a lot of idiots coming in at like 2 a.m. wanting to shoplift. And I'm like, if you really think about it, that's the worst time to come in and shoplift because you stick out
You're
more when you're in
obvious.
the store.
Mm.
Yeah,
Right.
you're the
What about,
obvious
like-
person.
You come
What
in
about
at,
like at 5 in the morning, 4 in the
no,
morning?
you come in at like 2 p.m. when everybody gets out of church on a Sunday afternoon. When there's 700 people in the store, you're less
Yeah.
likely to get caught than if you are in there at 2 a.m. and you're one of 5 people that are in the store. And there's 30 employees in the store stocking and they all know who's in there.
Exactly.
Not to mention the asset protection they used to have somebody that would work 2 or 3 random night shifts like that would work overnights to watch people.
Mm. And here comes
Uncle
Bill.
Bill? Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill.
God, who let him in?
Mm.
Man, that's South
I
Florida.
think it was Ron.
all those bums down there, man. I'm just
Yeah, Central
Hello.
Florida. Don't put
they
me in
have
that
too much
category.
they have too much algae.
Ron Lockwood, how you doing?
Algae is the future of mankind. That we're going to be eating algae in about 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in that case, I guess Lauderdale will be in great shape, huh?
Yeah, invest in Lauderdale, baby. Algae. Nom, 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 nom. Hey,
Yeah.
just to be clear, you're kind of right. The Senate introduced the Sunshine Protection Act, and they didn't actually vote on it, but they did something weird where nobody objected. So it's sort of passed, but it never made it through the House. So it was never. It was.
I don't think it has to make it through the House. I think
It,
it has to go.
it has to make it through both bodies for it to become.
Yeah,
law.
what I
Mm.
was reading was exactly what Bill was saying.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the.
So
So they almost said
has-
that was Rubio brought that up.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but it's
So it-
kind of died off now, so they're not really doing it.
Hmm.
I don't care about daylight. What's the difference? Well, one day you got to get up a little earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. Well, who cares?
Well,
Yeah.
their whole point behind it was supposed to help. One of the key things they said that it was supposed to help was with tourism.
But having the daylight
Longer.
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I could see that. I guess maybe less car accidents too.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that. People, although people look prettier at night. So there's the other argument. The other side. I look much better at 9 o'clock at night than I do at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
Exactly, Daryl.
Especially after she's had like 10 or 20 drinks.
Well,
Then it looks
exactly.
Great.
Well, let me see. What time is it now? 6:28. Is that too early
Yep.
to go have a drink?
Nope.
Good. I'll be right back.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Thank you, Andrew.
And exactly, Daryl. Don't tell anybody I told you that.
Yeah, we never heard that.
Because
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So
Yeah.
according to Jimmy Buffett,
It's 23:30 UTC time, so you're great.
yeah, but it's a bit early for me at 8:30 a.m.
what is it?
It's still 23:30 UTC time, even for you. Damn
What
it.
is it? I think it's in Germany. Some in Germany have beer for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, just use military time. Makes it sound way later than it is.
Well, in German, in German time, any time is beer time.
Yeah.
It's 23 o'clock.
I mean, I think they pour beer on cornflakes in Germany.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, it's 18:30 right now.
I hated using
18:29.
military time. We actually had to use that on the time clocks at Walmart. I hated.
So I
using
think
military time.
2300 would be 11 p.m.
Yes, correct. I always go by military time.
Yeah, we had to use that in our system there.
Oh,
Walmart's system ran off of that for a long time.
Bill, are you missing a supersonic jet?
Did you find it?
What?
No.
The
Bill
F-35
parked it in.
was
Bill
in
parked
your
it in his
garage.
garage. Bill parked it in his
No,
garage.
they did find it. They found it last night.
I
They found the
know.
debris field. from
Oh, the
it.
jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Everybody's like, oh, can't you put a tracker on it? Well, perhaps the tracker is, planted about 15 feet in the ground.
Yeah.
You would think that thing would explode pretty hard.
Well,
Well, I love-
the thing of it is it was on autopilot for like a good hour and a half after.
Well,
Did you see the memes
yeah, but
after it?
so the jet has 4 little mirrors that pop out on it that they use normally when they're over friendly nations or the continental United States. They pop them out that way local radar can see them. The guy didn't have them popped out when they were doing their training. So the question is, people ask, well, how come you can't find the plane? It's literally in the name, stealth fighter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's what the congresswoman from
That's true.
South Carolina said.
That's
How can you
that's
not-
that's very thoughtful, Justin. That's very smart. Hey, I've never had this kind of peanut butter whiskey before, so you're going to share this with me for the first time. That's
Right
why
on,
I'm so excited.
Bobsy.
I don't usually start drinking so early, and actually I haven't been drinking on Tuesday at all. But so here we go. You've seen it before though. Bill Thomas had this on his channel, but
Squirrel.
squirrel. That's how you talk after you drink a half a bottle. Squirrel. I got squirrel whiskey. It,
They need to buy a vowel.
it's supposed to be pretty good, and none of the stores I usually go to didn't have it, but the Walmart liquor store had it. So okay, I'll give it a shot. Ready? Smells like old underwear. Okay, perfect.
That's good. What are your first thoughts?
I got to get the toothpaste out. I just got out of I was chatting a lot because I was naked. And I didn't think you guys wanted to be in here. So I just got out of the shower.
Yeah,
You know.
that's not when we want to see
I was
it.
taking advantage of the daylight, the long daylight, and I was cutting the grass.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to cut the grass, but it looks like we're going to have rain for about a week now. And it was already time to do it. So it's difficult to find time when you're working.
Joe's son just told him, Joe's son is a cop, and they had a 64-year-old wacky lady, 100-pounder, was fighting the cops, and they had to taser. So they're waiting. He says, I can't wait to see that body cam.
4'10",
That's
148
fun.
centimeters.
Joe, just say my son Justin, and then we'll know who you're talking about because he has the same name as me.
Oh, Joe's son is named Justin. So Joe is your stepdaddy?
What?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, yeah, need that child support money.
Child support money. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to take back something I typed in earlier.
Okay.
I care about the UK. I love the UK. I do. They're our friends, right? I said that before. I was just joking, just trying to be funny. But but if it's going to come to whether I'm going to stream at 4:00 in the morning or cater to a U.S. audience, sorry, it's going to be.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
It's going to be a U.S. audience, But anyway,
Yep.
Joe said you're over 18, bitch.
what did I miss?
Oh, because I asked Joe for my child support money. He said you're over 18, bitch.
Pennsylvania, if they continue their education into college, you still got to keep paying it. Did you know that?
Mhm.
I did. However, they have no alimony. So there's positives and negatives. No alimony in Pennsylvania, no alimony in Florida either. And I've lived in both.
Ooh.
Is there a trend there? You,
Yeah.
you can get married and
Obviously
divorced.
something to
Scot
do with
free.
you then.
That's
You
pretty
need to
cool. Rod, what's that?
You need to go to Chicago, Bill. So this is a glass.
That
They
was
make
fun, yeah.
they make Mai Tais in them.
Cool.
And it's from Bob Chin's seafood restaurant. So they're up on the north side of Chicago. To go to Bob Chin's. They I forget how much freaking rum they go through every day. But you can buy these Mai Tais and you can keep the glass.
You know, I like a fruity rum drink like a Mai Tai and like that. It's been a long time since I had that. And they're healthy for you. Got all that vitamin C and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just thinking about your
That
health.
looks like
Do you
that
get to
looks like a
keep
tiki glass.
you get to pay? Yeah, it's like it's a tiki. But do you get to keep the glass, or did you just take it?
No, you get to keep it. Yeah, you get to keep it.
Yeah, you do. Okay. I mean, well, sometimes they put a
Okay, so
surcharge,
how
like an
much-
extra
okay,
extra
I've got
$3.
So
Yeah, I've got two of
Rod,
them.
tell us how much the drink cost.
You know, I don't know. I didn't pay for it.
Okay.
Do they put a peanut allergy warning on that peanut butter whiskey?
I don't know. I mean, it would have to if it's got real peanut in it.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if they're actually using real peanut or if it's some kind of
Synthetic.
Fake.
synthetic peanut flavor.
Well, it's got whiskey with natural flavors, whatever the hell that means. Natural flavors. you know, anything's natural, really.
Mm.
You know, it doesn't say some of these whiskeys do have real peanut. I tell you what, if you have peanut butter whiskey and you have a peanut butter allergy, you're a fucking moron anyway. Excuse me. I mean, it's right in the name. You know.
Yeah, can you imagine
Public service
you
announcement.
have a reaction and you go to the hospital and the doctor says, well, what happened? Well, I drank peanut butter whiskey. And he says, well, don't you have an allergy to that? Yeah, but I didn't think it would matter.
Yeah.
Dave
Public
asked
service
how
announcement. Don't
strong
drink
is this peanut butter?
whiskey when you got anaphylaxis.
All peanut butter whiskey I've noticed is the same. It's only 70 proof, so 35%.
Mm.
Like all of them, they're all. I don't know why, but they're all. Maybe that's a rule.
Yeah.
Yukon Jack, what?
Mhm.
Yeah, Yukon Jack. I like
What
Yukon
is-
Jack.
What is
I
it?
also like rum. I like the clear rums. I don't like the brown rums.
So you're
Oh.
more of a white rum drinker.
Yes.
Well, then you'd like
The sugar,
Bacardi.
the sugar,
Oh.
the sugar. Oh yeah, the Bacardi.
Hey,
I
Chuck.
love the Bacardi.
Chuck.
Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
What's up?
Chuck.
And you know,
man?
I'm not sure what Yukon Jack is.
So-
I don't know what it's a mix.
Do you like spiced rum?
No, I don't
Like a
like the
Captain
spice.
Morgan.
I don't like the spice.
What did I
brown
step
rums.
into? Is this drone talk or rum talk?
No, no, this is,
We
This is
started out
alcohol.
with, we started
This is
with
Studio
whiskey.
B. I don't see
Oh,
anything in the name
alcohol.
about drones. I'm sorry. What?
Chuck,
Andrew?
we started with whiskey, we ended up on rum, and that's where we are.
Well,
I like
yeah,
whiskey.
because Uncle Bill's drinking peanut butter.
It's
Squirrel.
then it-
Squirrel. We're squirrel.
Oh.
Squirrel.
Bro, you should
I mean,
save
come
that.
on, Chuck. You've been around the
for-
world. What do you like to drink?
Bill Thomas.
What,
Yeah, you
what's
say
your
that for
favorite
tomorrow night.
drink in what
Squirrels, we
country,
say for-
Chuck?
Squirrel.
I am referencing scotch at the moment, like single malt scotch.
Oh,
But
nice.
that is from my trip to Scotland 2 years ago. It kind of like swayed me from. I still like beer. I still like wine.
Oh,
I don't
So
like
you-
bitter.
so you brought a bottle back with you.
I have a lot of really good scotch from that trip still.
That's good.
But the coolest, I think one of the nicest glasses of scotch I had was at a place in Windsor, England, and the Scottish bartender's name was Andy.
Haggis. Haggis
Oh.
McGee.
Scotty.
No, his name was actually Andy. The guy's name was Andy.
Okay.
Andy, Andy
That
Cap.
was Scotty.
And he poured me a glass of Kahila, which is
Oh,
a
yep.
smoky scotch.
Mm.
It's in my vlog video from England, and he described it, and I filmed him as he was describing it, and it's the most epic description of how he expected it to like taste. I can't even duplicate it. It was so cool, but it was exactly like he described it. It was amazing. And like so, because I didn't know the difference between smoky and non-smoky scotch. I mean, there's like different flavor profiles. And all I can taste is the heat. I can only pick up the heat. Anyway, I'm just saying there's a lot
Chartcast.
more. This is 2 years after, well, what, a year after Scotland. So like I'm just fascinated by this stuff because like it's not just about the heat. There's really flavor and stuff in Scotch. It's pretty, and not just about getting hammered. It's just really good. It's like an
It might taste kind of like a bourbon if it's smoky, because of, charred casks is what the difference
Yeah.
between bourbon and a whiskey.
But I'm not like bourbon. I always find to be a bit like harsher than
So
Of course, it depends on the bourbon, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I mean, just the stuff I've drank is not the greatest. I think when it comes to bourbon, I haven't had really, really good bourbon.
So you would say it's a smoother taste.
But I think as far as Scotch goes, I've had really, really good Scotch. I mean, like, we're talking $150 a bottle Scotch. I'm like not drinking crap. And like bourbon though, with the, it's like off the shelf in the liquor store, like the mix with something, get a little warmed up before some other fun happens.
You know what?
So,
Price doesn't necessarily match your taste.
No,
because
it's true.
I've had really, really expensive stuff, and I just hated it. Too much of the cask, too much of the wood, too much of the cask, and then you have something like what the hell is it? It's like the oldest Kentucky distillery in the country. Damn it. I'll think of it. But anyway, it's only like $18 a bottle, and it's really very good. And it's been around forever, but it's like the guy at the liquor store called it a sleeper, But,
I don't disagree, Bill. There's like a lot of stuff that like wines, like Lori and I have found a lot of really nice red wines that are not expensive at all. And you can have a $150 bottle of wine. You can drink a $20 bottle of wine.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the $20 bottle of wine, if you were blind taste testing, you'd be like, it would knock the other one.
Unless it's Boone's Farm. Then it's Boone's Farm.
Well, okay, but I mean, no, really, but there are some very good, there's this one cab sauv called Freak Show, and it has the funkiest label ever. And that stuff is like, I think $20 some odd a bottle. And it is better than like $100 bottle of cab sauv that I've had to compare to from like somewhere in Napa. But like, it's all over the place. It's like, there's good stuff like Sleeper wines, like Bill's talking about Sleeper whiskey and Scotch.
The one before Sleeper, is there a criminal on the label? The picture of a criminal?
Are you thinking of 19 Crimes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
Crimes.
19 Crimes is fun because the labels come to life if you get the app for your phone.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I showed
Tom,
it on Paul's
19
show.
Crimes is that stuff out of Australia? Like
I don't know. I saw him at this one. I was like, how
I'm
they
not
come
sure,
up
but-
with this crap?
well, it's marketing genius. Like 19 Crimes marketing is absolute genius because like you seriously download the app and it's a lot of fun. You hold the phone in front with your camera on in front of the label, and the label comes to life and it tells you their criminal story, like whoever it is. It could be Martha Stewart on, like there's a Martha Stewart shard and she comes to life. It's the Snoop Dogg's on one. Yeah. There was a contest. If you had a cork with 13 on it, I think you won something like a couple years ago. Contest.
Oh, that's the bottle.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
Paul's hand.
Yeah. Excellent marketing opportunity there.
The bourbon I was talking about was Evan Williams, by the way, and the bottle looks like a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
But actually, the Buffalo Trace claims to be the oldest continuously operating distillery. Oh, look at this shit! I'm sorry.
No, that's it. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, Paul.
The Buffalo Trace is the same distillery, but Evan Williams is an older company. But anyway, and it's cheap. It's like it's very cheap and it's good.
Well,
it's
19 Crimes is only like I think the most expensive 19 Crimes is like $15 a bottle or something.
Yeah, it's like $15 or $20, something like that.
Cheap.
If you want to start a bar fight, get them to argue over Jim Beam versus Jack Daniels.
If you drink enough of it, it doesn't matter anymore. That's the
no, Jack is not what it used to be. Jack used to actually promise at an age. It became so popular. I mean, because we're older, you and I, Rod, and and Paul. Back in the day, Jack Daniels, it was, first of all, they're from Tennessee. There's another argument. They're not actually from Kentucky, but they used to say it was 36 months. Actually, before that, it was even older. And then they started fooling people. It's an old number, 72 or something. People think it's older than it is. It's not. Now they don't even promise an aging on it because it became so popular and it's still out of that one distillery that They just cut the time. It's not like Maker's Mark is another one. It used
Maker's Mark is another one. They've started doing that same thing.
It used to be better. It used to be much, much smoother, and it's not anymore because it became popular. You know, everybody oh, look at me. I got this really cool bottle with the wax, ish material over it. Yeah. And it was just not as good as it used to be. But Jim Beam's okay. Jim Beam is consistent. It always.
I like Beam over Jack Daniels any day of the week.
Me too.
I don't like bitter.
It's smooth.
tend to
It's
mix
easy to
that
drink.
stuff.
But and if you want to introduce yourself to the Scotch world, the Scotch with training wheels basically is Dewar's. Dewar's is actually a light Scotch. It's easy to drink. I drank Scotch for years before I started drinking bourbon. Now I know Chuck is going to laugh at Dewar's, but
no, I'm not.
I'm
not laughing. Honestly, not laughing.
Well, it's
no,
not.
I've never had it.
Oh, we'll try it. It's very easy to drink. That's the point. A lot of people, you got to acquire a taste.
So it's like a training wheels one, right? It gets you kind of like a lot of red wines that aren't like super dry. So they kind of like break you through the barrier of like, I'm afraid of red wine because they're gonna be like really dry and like.
Dewar's is not that far removed from a good whiskey or bourbon. I mean, it tastes like Scotch, obviously, but it's not. It's not like a Glenlivet or Glenfiddich where it's so strong and overpowering. If that's your first, you could buy yourself
away from ever trying it again.
Yeah. But it's easy to drink. And then there's the Johnny Walkers. Don't get red, get black.
Black and double black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, like Lori and I went in knowing nothing like about Scotch, and when we were in Scotland,
it's cool. Now you love it. Look at that.
Yeah,
Elkies of America United.
We went to some pretty respectable distilleries, and
I can't argue with those guys over there. They know what they know what they're doing.
They're awesome, and like we told them, we have no experience whatsoever. The only thing we know is like the degrees of heat. That's all we know how to evaluate something, which is like nothing. And then they're like, well, here, let's go through it all. And like,
your buddies in the chat there, Bill.
Who's in the chat?
I have a buddy.
Yeah, Donald.
Hi, Donald.
Donald.
Oh, there's Mudball.
Don, come on
He
in.
told me I spelled Mike wrong, which I did, but not really, but sort of.
We need a very educated person on the panel.
But I'd say even though you've been drinking Scotch for a shorter period of time, you would, based on what you've been trying overseas, you're much more an expert than I'll ever be. Even though I drank it for years, because I just found something I like and that's all I drank. Versus you have actually tried different things. But again, it's all about taste, what you like. Some people like the cask taste. Some people like the different things that they do to make the Scotch their own, and some of us don't.
Bill just likes whatever's on sale.
That's why there's different stuff.
Bill likes whatever's on sale.
Yeah,
different stuff for different palates, man. It's all good.
Chuck, if you want bourbon, go up towards Tennessee and Kentucky towards the Bourbon Trail.
I had to go south, but yeah.
Chuck.
I haven't been in Kentucky in a really, really long time. I mean, the last time I was in Kentucky, I had my Corvette was brand new the last time I was in Kentucky.
I would be interested in trying a high-end Scotch that you would recommend that we can get in this country.
I'll have to think about that because I just I literally hauled stuff back intentionally knowing that I couldn't get it here. In fact, one of the bottles was one that Lori literally filled. I mean, we had a bottle that they had like in a great big cask, and the deal was you could fill it and label it yourself and write the label and everything.
Well, that's your homework assignment. You got to go to the liquor store and buy all kinds of Scotch, and then let me know.
Can you get Talisker here, right? You can get Talisker.
So Lori wrote the label.
What is it?
Well, there's a pretty well-known one off of the Isle of Skye called Talisker. That's pretty well.
Yeah, that's an
Talisker.
With a T.
You didn't tell me what you
Talisker.
Yeah, they're on the Isle of Skye. We went there after we got pissed off. We tried to climb the Old Manor store and failed twice, 2 days in a row. And the second day after we got hailed on, snowed on, rained on, and almost blown off the trail on the same day. We got down, we were all sopping wet. We're like, yeah, we're gonna find a distillery. So we went.
I hear that Talisker is made by the sea. I'm on their website, right?
It really is. It's a very cool place. We sat outside and like it was a nice Scottish day, which means it was like 55 degrees and windy and rainy.
Apparently, part of the McLeod family is from Talisker. in Scotland.
Talisker, Scotland.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just, it's one of my favorite trips ever. That was just a lot of fun.
Talisker 10-year single malt, 10-year. Okay. 64 bucks.
We tried like 3. There's one that's kind of marketed towards tourists. It was called Neast Point. Neast Point you could only get like
These are the best 10 they say to try.
Well, here's Talisker Storm, which is cheaper. It's only 40 bucks.
Aberfidley.
But it's award
I
winning.
think are you talking ahead of the scroll? I didn't see.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not looking at his. I've got it.
No,
up.
there are much better distilleries than the ones Lori and I went to. We went to Ben Athol, which was really good.
I'd agree with that one. Yeah.
We went to
That's
Talisker.
one.
Yeah. Now that's nice.
Is that a good
Oh,
one?
that's a nice bottle. It's got
Really,
Yeah, these are the top 10 that the liquor.com recommends to try.
yeah.
Talisker 10 years is 64 bucks. Talisker Storm is 40. Talisker Distillers Edition single malt is 110. Talisker 11-year-old Scotch is 135. And Talisker 18-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey, $193.
There you go, Talisker right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it all. But it's
I mean,
not-
if
like
the
you said, it's
$40
not
bottle
the
is not worth
price.
drinking, I wouldn't buy it. That's a Talisker
It's,
Storm.
it's not the price of the stuff, like you said, Bill. There's like more
Hmm.
thing. But yeah. Anyway, so like, and we didn't go to like. I think there are some really really high rated distilleries we just didn't get
We'll
to.
try it.
because,
We'll
we had 2 weeks and we'd hit a distillery out of now and again, and we were like checking out castles and stuff. We were all over the place.
Mm,
Oh, there are plenty of castles in Scotland.
There's a castle at every corner, man.
exactly.
Literally,
Those
there's literally
corners-
a castle at every corner.
Yeah.
And a few spots near some of the locks, there's a castle up on a hill. But you literally have
There's
to climb
just
the
not
hill
a
to get
White Castle. Damn it. Get a slot.
Hey,
I
more
still
interested
think
in White
I
Castle.
don't know, like
I like
It needs
White
a
Castle.
White Castle so you can get a slider.
my favorite castle that we went to was Elandone. Elandone was like by far my fave, and that's because it was in a Bond movie, and like I love James Bond movies, so like that was in the world is not enough. And that place, I was really excited to check that one out. That was meaningful to me.
Ron,
I wish I
yeah.
could have filmed. I wish I could have filmed inside the place. It was epic.
Oh,
It was epic inside, and they wouldn't let us film.
Welcome back, Ron.
Welcome back.
It was
I think
unbelievable
Ron
inside.
might want to go to Scotland now.
Yeah.
I think Ron might want to go to Scotland now.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you want to do that?
Following my footsteps.
Lots of fun.
Because I'm a
Lots of
superstar.
castles.
Lockwood.
It is.
Ron, what's your national? What's Lockwood? What is that? What's that nationality? Is it Scotch?
I think there's some Russian in there. I think.
Oh goodness. Part of Russian.
Well, slow down.
Strong like mule.
He wants to
Oh, I
buy.
know.
Give him the
Strong like mule.
But we will ask the questions.
We will ask. That's German. There you get into the German side of it. We will ask the
know.
questions.
I know. Funny how when
Colonel
Americans
Klink-
do European
like Colonel
accents, we all
Klink
become
kinda.
Nazis somehow.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
Right, Bill? Like Schultze. I know nothing.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Like mule, kill many.
Sergeant Schultz.
Strong like mule.
Wrong like
That's a
bull.
good one.
How I like my women. Strong like mule.
Yeah.
And they smell like one too.
Yeah.
How you doing, Ron?
Yeah, Ron, what are you up to,
Yeah,
man?
yeah, my women, I said, must be able to cook, clean, gut fish, or clean fish and gut deer.
Yeah, I don't expect that out of any woman.
Beer.
Yeah,
About
Anyone
the
that looks
bear.
like that- Anyone
What
that looks
about
like
the
that
bear?
probably ain't gonna look good in a bikini. So like,
Shouldn't they be able to dress
yeah.
the bear too?
Yeah.
Drink beer.
my specs are a little different than yours, I guess.
You know what my specs are? She could put up with my horse shit. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, to find one that looks good in a bikini you can put up with your horseshit is like the perfect woman.
Yeah, the latter, what I was saying. Yeah, good luck me finding that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a tall order.
I got pics of my wife in a bikini, but I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing. Look good.
I'm not complaining. I have somebody who really likes to do the same stuff I like to do.
She's
and
way
that's
prettier than you
kinda
are.
like-
So that's all you got to, that's it. That's the watermark.
That's fine. I mean,
you're
like,
pretty
and-
cute, but she's better.
Stop, Jesus. It's like
Bill, I like your wife's T-shirt that she had the one day. Go ahead and touch me. Your first judo lesson is for free.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's a pretty good shirt.
Yeah,
Pretty good shirt.
it's funny. She's actually had her black belt in judo.
So,
Had her black in judo, something in karate, brown or black, I forget. I don't know whatever the levels are. But she was into that. How stereotypical for an Asian woman.
Hmm.
see how my drone does once it gets back to the service people down in Florida near you, Bill. We'll see
What
how
are you
it goes.
doing, Paul?
What?
Paul, welcome
You're
back.
playing with the co-host.
Welcome back to your
What
stream.
happened?
Yeah, Paul.
What happened? Where'd he go?
Yeah, welcome back.
Paul's playing with the co-host button.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's this DJI thing for the 25th that I saw? Is that Mini
Yeah.
4? Is that Mini 4 Pro?
Yeah, it's the Mini
I hear
4.
it's the new Mini.
The
Yes.
camera looked like, is that one of the new 360
The
degree
same
sensors?
It's the same.
Oh, I know it is.
The
Dude, that's-
sensors are the same as what's on the Air 3. It's
They-
and the Mini or the Mavic 3. It's
They
the
claim-
omnidirectional.
I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid yet, but I'm watching because they claim that the picture quality is better, and it wouldn't surprise me that there's something in the firmware that they never bothered boning up in
Sure.
that Mini 3
No.
Pro, right? They're always holding back.
It's
Like
the same
did you know Mini
hardware.
2?
They put a new tweak in it.
Did you know Mini 2 had D-Cinelike in the beta software and they took it out?
I'm sure.
I mean, those assholes literally took it out. So like if the Mini 2 had D-Cine, it would have been a much more respectable mini drone. And they took that out because they knew they had Mini 3 coming with it, probably.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm
Did they,
surprised Mini 4
or was it just buggy? You know what I mean? I don't know. I have no idea because I'm not
just
there.
it's just a color profile. You basically,
I know, but
I mean, so they took it out because it's a marketing decision to take it out.
Mm.
It's like
I
the
think.
Mini 1. camera
no, they
was
wouldn't do
capable-
that. Don't say such negative things. I still love my
Anyway,
Mini.
I think the Mini 2 is a good drone. You want one? I
Yeah.
have an extra. So like
Well,
I never
my
fly it.
Mini 2 basically is an extra because I never fly it, but it's sitting.
yeah, no, mine sits
It's right over here.
Mine needs to get into the hands of a pilot that's actually going to use it because I have 2 Mini 3 Pros and I don't need 2 of those. So like anyway, Mini
Yeah,
2
but
is
shipping's
respectable.
expensive to Australia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not without
Mini-
just don't send the batteries.
Mini 3 Pro should have had D-Cine like and like 10-bit and stuff. And like,
Mm.
where is it? So like, is that on Mini 4 Pro? Are they waiting to Mini 5? What are they doing?
Mini 5, a Mini 6,
So I'm just not
Well,
doing
they-
like, the mini series stuff.
Mini
like-
8.
yeah, Mini 3 Pro, if you have one, is a very respectable drone, and there's really no point in upgrading. And I honestly say this, being an owner of one, that like
Yeah.
it's a really respectable drone. It gets great shots. It's good in low light. You can use D-Cinelike and you can get some pretty impressive color grading out of it. And it's a great little drone, and it's legal to fly in so many places that where you can't take
Yep.
your Mavic 3 up or whatever.
Can I add to what you're saying, Chuck? And you're absolutely correct. And in my opinion, even though I don't own one,
Humble
but
opinion.
what's interesting is DJI drones
Yeah,
are so far and above and ahead everybody else
they are.
that they're at the point where it's incremental.
It is,
Yeah.
and we've all been saying this for a while now. So like, and they're
No.
doing this intentionally. So it's a bit disappointing, but like, hey, Mini 4, if
If
you
you're
don't
going from
have
a 2
Where can it go?
Oh,
Do they
yes.
fly? Do
Yes.
they fly well?
Yes.
Are they reliable? Do they come back every time? Do they do what they're supposed to do? Do they take
They-
decent video? This
Yeah.
is from my Air 2S
It's
from
time to start
some
shipping.
plunk who doesn't know what he's doing.
Mini 11.
At least one, if not 2 generations of drones.
I think if you have a Mini 2, like I have a Mini 2,
Yeah.
the Mini 4 should be very interesting to you, unless you have no reason, like you feel like you don't care about color grading or anything. If you're filming in normal, then and you don't worry about super low light, the Mini 2 is a great drone because it doesn't
Yeah.
it handles the wind almost as well as Mini 3. Mini 3 is better in the wind, but not much.
Yeah.
But like
At this rate, do you
Ron
think
wants to
the
say something.
one
He
will
has,
be
his, he has his
spring
hand in the air. He's
after
ready
this?
to say something. What?
Yes.
At this rate, do you think the next Mini will be, say, spring or so?
Jesus.
No, not that
The-
quick. It'd be a
They
year
said
apart.
I think they're getting back on the Christmas cycle.
I'm going to
Yeah, they're
cut
getting
Ron,
back
I'm going
on
to
the
cut Ron
Christmas
off too,
cycle,
because
exactly.
I have a Mini 2 and an Air 2S. Having the Air 2S, I didn't see the need for the Mini 3. Now, if the Mini 4 is
Yep.
where it should be, then I might, then maybe I'll get that.
It's the same camera as the
Yeah.
It's
Mini
in-
3.
it has
Yeah.
to go
Sorry,
past
dude.
Mini
the
3
brand.
camera is actually, that's the same camera essentially that's in like even Air 3. It's just like the
It's
tuning
the same
of it is-
camera that's on the
tuning
Air
is
There has to
3.
be a
It's the
game-breaking
same camera
technology.
that's on the 3X Mavic 3, the 3X
Uh-huh.
telephoto and the Mavic 3 Pro.
Yeah, it's a
the
great,
same camera pretty much as the Avata.
it's gonna be on Pocket 3 too. It's gonna be on the Pocket
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Rumor has it.
Waiting for the
Oh,
Pocket
and it's
3.
on the Action 4, right? It's the same
Um,
1/1
yeah,
third
yeah,
on the
yeah,
Action
that's-
4. It's
yes,
the
I
exact same
know.
sensor.
So, with that said, though, like I have Action 3, and I'm not doing the Action 4 because the low lights.
Wait
a
for the
little better
Action
and stuff.
5.
Right.
Go ahead, Ron.
Ron, please.
Oh,
let's-
Jesus, we didn't let
Ron,
Ron get a
Go
word.
for it.
Yeah, go,
Put your
Ron.
hand up.
Go.
I know.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Ron,
Ron.
please
Go for
continue.
Sorry, man.
I wanted to throw in a couple things. One, I was
Just one thing.
I was thinking about you the other day. It's like I owe Chuck an apology
Why?
because I kind of rode your ass like the hardest time when you come back from your trip from Alaska. And it's like, hurry the fuck up and get your footage on. Here I am 3 months back, and all I put out is a trailer so far.
By the way, the trailer should never come out until you have it. Should stay in the can until you have the other shit ready. Just a word of advice.
Yeah.
So
But-
I'm just saying.
You
it's
know,
like
Chuck, he's apologizing to you, and now you come on, don't grind him.
No, I'm not mad.
Don't
I'm not-
grind his dick
I
in the
didn't mean
dirt
to,
like that.
slam
That's
him down
wrong.
like a body slam. No,
Andrew,
I'm not.
Andrew wants to say something. Go ahead, Andrew.
No, let Ron's finish.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's
And
still got his
then,
hand up in the air.
well, I've
He's, gonna say,
got
he's got
Tim
another thought.
Jackson.
He's got another
I've got
thought.
Tim Jackson in the audience. And I know, Paul, I've already showed this, but I've got to show Tim Jackson this. So, and I know I showed this earlier, but just so you know, Tim, and Matt's the next person I got to show. I showed Dominic earlier that not all kangaroos in Australia are like badasses and want to kick your ass. And I said my sister-in-law recently sent me some pictures of some memorabilia of my brother from that passed a couple months ago. But these are pictures from about 7-8 years ago. Yeah, it would be about 8 years ago. Anyhow,
And here comes Donald.
but when he worked at the wildlife animal park that he
Really?
worked at, one of the animals that they had there, of many, was kangaroos. There were 25 of them, and there was one that was friendly, and her name was Edie. And just so you know, not all kangaroos want to kick and beat your ass. And yes, I have hair, and I was younger. So
Well, she was probably in heat, though.
Aw, Ron, that's a
Yeah.
great picture.
Giving you a kiss right on the cheek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she wanted you in her pouch.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, Ron, it sucks when you have a full-time job and like you'd love to edit all day and all night, but you can't. And then
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and the stuff that I care about most that I really want to be special, and that bear video I did was like still my favorite piece of work, and like it took me a really long time to put that together. And like
I got the
I worked
hunting
really
video, the
Yeah.
one before that, I got that done.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like I'm super fussy, as you know. I mean, there's nothing when I go through my videos, it's like, yeah, I know it's hard to believe. I mean, I am there can't be any like, it's just everything has to be just so, and it takes me a really long time. But like, and then it's still not like I watch it, I'm like, shit, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch the other thing.
Yeah.
My God, how did that get through? But I get it, man. It just takes a long time. It's like
it does, you know, and I've had a
long-ass
lot of
time.
things happen recently, you know, the whole change in jobs and
Yeah, and I changed jobs, and I know exactly how you feel. Like now, I don't have like, because I'm focused on figuring out the new gig still, and it's been months, I'm still figuring out. It cuts into my. I'm out of energy when I get home, and then there's still, you're just preaching to the choir here. You get it? It's like,
yeah.
That's why like the
Chuck,
Iceland
I
stuff.
don't want to burst your bubble, but it's part of getting older too.
Yeah.
Not really. It's just a matter of that. It's just like I switched my job changed and I'm learning all new stuff and there's a lot to do there. And it's just like
Okay.
I'll get to it though. I mean, like Iceland's still like I haven't really touched Iceland. I'm still working on stuff before that. I'm so far behind. But
Okay, go ahead, Justin.
Oh,
Justin.
all right, I'm done.
You raised your hand.
Yeah. What?
Justin forgot.
My fault.
Justin had something
I'm
to say,
babbling.
and we're all going to sit here and wait until he talks.
I said and that's it. That's all I
The.
have.
Oh, the.
The
Yeah.
Got it.
Like the
Why am I
Ohio
changing
State
colors?
University.
Plethora.
Actually, it's the Ohio State University. Thank you very much.
the was like
Don.
tomato though. Really? Tomato,
Didn't
Tomato.
like your picture.
Yeah. Yeah. Tim likes the photo, as Lori
Okay,
would say.
can
the
you guys hear
photo.
me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
There's Don.
I switched my mic out earlier, switched some stuff around. So
Is that MIK or MIC?
well, I was gonna
KEY.
I was gonna hop on here and apologize to you, Chuck.
Dude, it
because
was
I
okay.
know-
It was right. You were right.
I know
You're right.
Both,
I didn't
both
catch it.
ways are acceptable.
But
both
you were
colors
right.
are acceptable.
Your way is better though. MIC
My
is
way
just more
is what I'm
proper.
used to, and I was going to apologize to you, but the way
Oh, that's
I
really
saw you treat Ron when he tried to apologize,
No, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, no. no.
I decided, I'm not going to apologize.
No, I'm just saying we're
Grind
all
his dick in the dirt. That was just
Okay.
wrong.
all right. I guess my point is we're all like similar, so it's not a big deal, right? I mean, like I
Any
took
breaking
no,
news,
I was
Curtis?
not upset when Ron. said
We
the stuff
are
with
all
the
similar,
Trevor.
except
It's like,
most of us are nice.
Yeah.
oh, my horns come up. I can't help it. I mean, well,
Don, you don't like the really sweet stuff? I think you would like this. Give it a try. It's at the Walmart liquor store.
I don't mean to be this way to be mean. Anyway,
Well, my comment on your,
Needed it,
on your
Dahmer.
video was a little snarky, just kind of like
It's
but it was
okay,
all
man.
over a personal preference.
I like it. 'cause, like,
MIC.
dude, trust me, there are Lori goes through the videos and she's like, but she goes through them after I upload them, and then it's like, you screwed that up. I'm like, oh shit, I did.
Well, she's such a
And I'm
wife.
like,
That's what they do. That's
she's
what they
awesome.
do.
She's awesome. I need to give her more time to she's the best proof ever. If you want somebody to go to a movie with you and identify all the continuity errors, Lori will nail every single one of them like instantly. She's like, that's not right. Different
She's
clothes,
telling you when
different
it's too
scene,
late. It's
different
already up there. You
sunglasses,
know,
different whatever. She notices everything. So like, if I let her go through a video, there will be no spelling errors. Everything will be like it'll flow right, and like if, she's like awesome. That's like her superpower.
That was brave of you to say, Bill. Such a wife. Obviously yours is not home tonight, or
Oh, she's here. She knows what she is, and she knows I'm afraid of her, so it's all good. It's all right.
I'm not afraid of Lori, but I have a great deal of respect for Lori because she does shit right that I can't do right. Like she can spell, I can't spell. I need her to go through the videos and check out my spelling because I.
You know, Ron, Bill matches the man song perfectly.
oh yeah, that little dude. The man song.
The man song.
I know exactly which
that's,
one
I
you're
remember
talking
that
about.
one.
that's Bill's theme is the man
Yep.
song.
You know, I say these things, and as you all know, I adore my wife. I do. I am nothing without my wife.
We are.
However-
I think that's
Nice
true for most of
recovery.
us.
Well, I
No,
mean, she has a
No,
she has
it's
a black.
true. She's so much better than me and way prettier. And but hardworking and honest and just God.
You don't have to say.
I lived through so much crap over the years with bad wives and bad lives and bad decisions and just a lot of bad stuff. And I think karma finally fills in the gaps, and I lucked out. That's all. I just
I
got
think
lucky.
Lloyd
I got it right
played
the
that
first
song
time,
on
man.
his not that long ago,
It's-
actually.
It's called
That's-
Bill Hit the Jackpot.
No,
No,
it's coming from.
You know I'm half drunk, right? So anyway, it's just
No, that's coming from a wife that's standing
true.
behind him with a black belt.
no.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, she does have she does have black belt.
Curtis, can we hear Curtis? Is Curtis on, or is he just like writing in the chat?
No, we just need to get some breaking news off him.
Oh, okay.
All right. Or Rod.
Yes, sir.
Are you saying this is Bill?
Yeah. Yeah. Lloyd played this video a couple of weeks ago on his show
Well,
on the Grumpy Blogger.
You can go ahead and play it if you want to.
Hold
me.
on. Let me optimize, hit the two boxes.
That's not
I-
You have
copyrighted.
to remember,
Like, it won't-
remember this is a dummy that's singing this, and Lloyd has the dummy. So
Well, I'm a dummy, so there you go. Perfect.
There you go.
W had a question for you, Bill.
Yeah, Daryl has a question.
No,
You
no,
need
no,
help.
no. But she's in the other room.
That's awesome.
She's in the other room watching her Chinese YouTube videos. You know, she's all right.
Lori was out working on the she was doing some gardening action.
I meant every word. She made my life way better. She really did.
I have the best vlogging partner ever. So
There we go.
I'm not upset at all.
You guys
She's
see
not
this?
interested in any of this. She's not interested in any of this stuff, by the way.
Go ahead.
this is
every other every other
freaking
facet of my life better.
hilarious. This is a hilarious video.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Gotta love it.
That's supposed to be me. It looks more like Lloyd.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It does look like
the
Lloyd.
man song.
He's the man.
I don't take no crap from anybody else but you.
Yeah.
I wear the pants around here when I finish with your laundry. I'm a guy you don't want to fight. When I say jump, you say you're right. I'm the man of this house until you get home.
I've heard this.
I just don't understand why they need to come.
What I say goes
So,
around
you know,
here right out the window.
Exactly.
And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. The sooner you learn who's boss around here, the sooner you can give me my orders, dear.
If you close your eyes, it sounds like God. It sounds like Buffalo.
So that's Uncle Bill.
And I can have sex anytime that you want. 'Cause I'm a man who has needs, but they're not that important.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't expect any flowers from me, because if I'm not mistaken, you prefer jewelry. I'm the king of my castle when you're not around.
Yeah.
And I'll drink and watch sports whenever I want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And I'll come home when I'm good and ready to sleep on the couch. Because a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, and I'm gonna do what you tell me to, because I'm top dog around here, but
Yes.
I've been neutered.
You the man.
Yes, 6.9 million.
Yeah,
That's a
good
freaking
song.
awesome
That's
video
Bill.
and song. Yeah.
That is
That video-
awesome. That's not 100%. That's not 100% me. My wife is old fashioned, and she likes me to be the man until she doesn't want me to be.
Yeah, that's the point.
You know.
The point of the song, Bill. It's like we're
And I allow that because she's worth it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could easily walk away,
yeah, it's give or take.
but
Donald's
she's
just looking
but she's
like
more
he's
than
itching
worth
to
it.
say something.
Give and take.
Hi, Don. Good to see you. Lovely to
Go
see
for
you.
Don.
Hi.
Aloha.
Well, that was underwhelming.
Yeah,
I'm
very-
really sorry that you didn't. We couldn't meet like halfway in the state of Missouri, though.
Huh.
Protest.
Don't do that. Don't be like that, Tom.
He just wanted to meet the sock. That was all. He didn't really want to meet you. Don.
Meet the sock.
Oh, I
He
can
wants to-
ship the sock.
Where is where is Fisheye anyway?
I actually have no idea right now.
Jesus, out. We wearing Fozzie Bear? Is that what's on your shirt? I see Fozzie Bear.
That
John
is
and
that is Fozzie Bear. Fozzie Bear.
Yeah. Waka waka waka.
Waka,
waka waka waka. I remember the first time Fozzie Bear made a first time he showed up was like in the Muppet movie, wasn't it?
Mm.
Then we made his debut. That's the word I was looking for. Debut.
Oh, I think he was on the. Wasn't he on the
I think there was a version of Fozzie
on the TV show?
Was it?
Actually before the Muppets.
Fozzie Bear. Yeah, no, didn't he come
yeah,
out? and do his-
he was on the Muppet Show, but I believe there
Yeah.
was, even before that.
Before the movie? Because I remember the first Muppet movie. I remember that's when I really got to know Fozzie Bear, I guess.
Yeah, the Muppets were before the movie. Before the Muppets, Henson had, I can't remember what TV show he was on, but he had some characters there. Then there was Sam and Friends, which was one of his first things. And I think there was a Fozzie Bear type character on one of those earlier iterations before he got his own show, other than Sesame Street.
God, long time ago
nerd.
now. Muppet movie was a long time ago.
What was the female Muppet in Dr.
Piggy.
Teeth's Teeth's
the blonde chick, Janice.
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 Like,
Is it-
I'm not going to
is it
jail for
strange
you.
that
or
I'm
anybody,
attracted to her?
man. Oh no, Janice is hot.
But that's what all women look like these days.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for making me feel better about myself.
Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Oh, are you talking about
I like
being a,
animal.
are you did you
With
just
Animal on
say,
drums.
being attracted to a puppet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Janice.
okay. No different than a tube sock. You're good.
No, or Jessica Rabbit for that matter. If you're going to get
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
technical,
Jessica
or
Rabbit,
Bugs,
that's
or
right.
Bugs
Well
Bunny
done,
and Drag.
Yeah.
Jessica was smoking, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Roger
Chuck,
Rabbit?
Chuck,
Yeah.
Chuck was a big fan of the Pacers, so you know.
I have a
there is
picture of
that.
me in like when Disney World had the MGM studios, there was a Jessica Rabbit stand up, and I had my hand with my hand was on her boob, I think. And my dad took the picture of me. It's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, classic.
Was it 3-dimensional?
No, it was a cardboard cutout.
Just I sent you a
Oh,
message.
but the picture looked good, and it was like I was very much like, you know, sauce.
So she was flat.
I need to make a 3D rendering of her.
Well, this is back in like the 80s or whatever. They also had remember Hardcastle McCormick?
Yep.
Remember the red car that he drove?
Yep.
They had that at the theater, like in the queuing, and like I told my dad, I was like, get the camera ready. I like hopped into the car really quick. My dad snapped a shot of me in the car and to quick get out before I got like in trouble. Like somehow there's a picture of me in the car somewhere. See, I should have been vlogging all that
Speed
shit.
Racer, that was the car to have.
Speed Racer, yeah.
The Mach 5.
Yeah.
It would jump over things. Little feet that. Curtis has breaking news. Paul?
What is it?
Making a commercial.
What do you mean, what is it? Read the chat. God damn it.
I'm
Commercial
making.
to
I'll
play
read
in
it. I'm making a
China,
commercial to play in
except all of
China.
the footage was filmed in Tacoma.
Tacoma.
Oh,
Well, Tacoma is very similar to, to Taiwan or Taiping or I don't know, whatever. Commercial to play in China, except all the footage is built Tacoma.
Laughing.
I don't know. I'd like to hear more about that. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Come on up
his
here.
underwater. That's his underwater drone. I'm sure.
If it's underwater, it doesn't matter where it's filmed.
Yeah.
What's under?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like
much.
look how many movies have been filmed in other locations, but they were supposed to take place somewhere else in the
Well,
world.
let's Fargo
They do
was
that all
not
the
filmed.
time.
Fargo was not filmed in Fargo. It was filmed in South Dakota and Minnesota.
Yeah.
It
Minnesota.
wasn't filmed
And
in
Fargo
Fargo.
is
It wasn't
was based
filmed
in North
Fargo.
Dakota, right?
Yeah,
those
Fargo's North
those
Dakota.
bastards. How could
Yeah,
they?
it's
how
South
could they-
Dakota.
How could they
and
fool us like
Minnesota.
that?
South Dakota and Minnesota
Hey,
was where that
do
film was
that.
filmed.
Good old Hollywood. The magic of Hollywood.
Exactly.
I was having a hard time with One Vision Aerial because Dustin wasn't working with me. I was like, dude, we got to film some stuff that I got to put at the beginning of this vlog, and he wouldn't work with me. 'Cause I'm like, dude,
Okay.
this is Hollywood. We have to pretend that we didn't do this yet.
Or
We're gonna talk
vape
about it.
company.
We're gonna gotta make this shit up. Gotta make it
Oh,
work.
that'd be a great.
That's how you do
How
it.
the hell did you get that, Curtis?
You get
So how was your
Any
flying?
free
this
product?
weekend?
Anyways,
I mean, Chuck.
I'm gonna jump off, guys. You guys have fun.
hey, Rod.
See you, dude.
Take care. Well, he's gone. Oh, okay. Good night. He's gone.
Good night.
Dustin had some good ideas of places to fly. He inspired me to fly in places where I wouldn't have tried. So that was cool.
Nepal.
Well,
He went
the
to go
other night
fly a
somebody's
ship.
putting on.
Okay.
Paul,
Who's become host?
Paul, where are you, Paul?
No. Paul went to go fly a ship. So I
Justin,
put him
your host.
Yeah, I
Who's-
know. I put him in the waiting
Uh,
room because
someone
I
keeps
don't- instead
playing
of
the-
staring at an empty chair.
He left you in charge?
Wait, what, Andrew?
Someone keeps playing musical chairs with who is the host or co-host.
No,
It's
Paul
Dustin.
made me host because he went to go fly a ship. I put him in
Yeah.
the waiting room so we don't have to
This is-
stare at his empty chair for 30 minutes.
Exactly.
He's his right hand man.
Well, I found out Bill was correct. Fozzie made his debut on the Muppets. I was thinking of Rolf.
Yes.
Oh,
I was thinking of Rolf. He had a
Another one of my
previous
favorites.
version. Yeah.
Rolf. I forgot about Rolf.
me too.
Yeah. Who forgets about
Me
him? He's
too.
one of my favorites.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights. It's time to
Get
something,
things started.
something. Huh? Get
time
things
to
started
get
on the
started
Muppet
on the
Show.
Muppet
Say
Show
Paul
tonight.
entered the waiting
That-
room. Justin,
That was so much
What?
fun.
I see a pop up where Paul entered the waiting room.
And it's
What's
time
that?
to go makeup.
I
It's
still
time to
have-
dress up
yeah.
right.
I put him in there so we don't have to look at his empty chair for 30
Yeah,
minutes.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
like
It's time
I
Maybe
still
we
have
like, maybe Justin, maybe we like to look at his empty
time to
chair.
light the lights.
maybe yeah, maybe we do.
It's empty
Maybe
chair.
we-
His empty chair adds just as much to the conversation
Well, it
as
is kind
Paul did
of-
for the last half an hour.
It is kind
Yeah,
of a pain when
exactly.
you have like you're in Zoom meeting and like you have like the blue arrow because you don't have room for everybody. I think that's why you did it. Right, Justin?
I still have bad visuals of Kermit and Miss Piggy. It's just-
Hey, you guys want to
Yeah.
see his commercial?
I almost took over. Continue with Justin.
What?
I almost took over. I saw that. Continue as Justin. I was going to click on it.
Yeah, that does look like China, Bill. You're right.
Yeah, it does.
It's just like China.
Sure.
Most certainly. Well done, Curtis. Well done.
That was good.
How did he get that
On the billboard?
gig? Oh no, I know how to do
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
I figured you might do that.
I know how to do corner pinning and tracking and
Yeah. And here comes
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, if there's
Paul?
one person on the panel that understands what Curtis is doing, it's definitely
You know, Justin, I just stopped your video. Does that mean that Paul gave me the same rights that he gave you?
your
Notice,
co-host.
notice that you're not there.
Well, just
no, I was
ask
just
Paul.
wondering how he got the gig, if it was like Upwork
Let's
or
see,
something
yeah,
like that.
watch that.
Or did he just email someone in China and said, hey, I want to do a vape video?
Huh.
Uh,
Is it that easy? Is it just that
Yeah, it's
easy?
probably that
Hey,
easy.
Paul.
It
these
was
days, you
that
don't
easy. I
know.
just clicked and turned off his video.
Yeah.
Don, I've never done corner pinning and stuff. I've never
I
tried it.
see you, Paul.
who the
Is
hell
it-
keeps
Paul,
muting
turn,
me?
turn your audio on.
I've
Oh,
never
shut
done
the-
it in a.
I'll be back. I'm going to catch a ship. Justin is in charge. I'll leave you in good hands.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't
Good luck.
do it.
He's going out.
Yeah, I've never done it with DaVinci or anything, but
Are
in
you
After
going to be
Effects,
too early for the ship?
I imagine
pretty good.
I'm just
planar
learning
tracking.
that now on DaVinci.
I haven't had a reason to do it, but it is a cool effect.
Yep, do some planar tracking and also do a forward, reverse, and average the tracks to do a regression to the mean because you'll get errors in your tracking. And so if you track forward and backwards.
Oh
and
yeah,
do
with
two different
DaVinci,
tracks and then take the
yeah.
two different
Yeah.
tracks and average them together, they'll
It
make
gets, it
different
gets tighter.
mistakes. Well, they'll make different mistakes. They'll still make
Yeah.
some slight mistakes, but they'll make different mistakes. And so you have regression to the mean, which will mean that basically you smooth out.
Yeah, I
rid of
get
the
that.
micro errors.
I get that. But
Yeah.
I've used tracking in DaVinci for other stuff, but and yeah, the forward backwards always seems to make it
Yeah, I've
less
done the
inaccurate.
call-outs.
I'll say less inaccurate. Like
Yeah.
when I'm just having
Yeah,
like
mine-
because I'll use
mine,
it for like a leader. Occasionally I'll have a leader follow something or whatever. And like
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, but I've never done it like where you do that. There's a lot of masking and stuff involved.
Yeah,
Going on.
Yeah, yeah, because
I've
you got to
done
mask
that.
the whole thing.
hmm
I've done that kind of stuff. Doing that, I did a commercial for Chicken Ranch. Was it Chicken Ranch? Pizza Ranch. It might have been Pizza Ranch. I don't remember what it was. It was a restaurant.
Chicken
in
pizza
Kansas.
ranch.
Well, Curtis is the one that did
I
my
think it was
intro for
Pizza
me.
Ranch, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
over in Kansas, and they
Yeah.
had a chicken mascot, and the guy that I worked with was going up to shoot it, and I just made him up a little blank cardboard sign or a poster board sign with tracking points all over it, and
okay.
said, "Take this." And he had the mascot wave this sign around, and then I put the specials in later.
Yeah. you put the
Very
thing-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine
Pizza,
is-
Yeah,
Pizza Ranch is real big in North and South Dakota here.
Curtis
Okay,
uses
yeah,
After
yeah,
Effects.
Oh, okay.
After Effects is part of Premiere Pro, right? That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
part of
After
the
Effects?
Adobe Suite.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a
that's
separate program,
Adobe.
but,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I have to use Fusion. Fusion's part of
Mhm.
DaVinci.
Yeah, like Fusion.
And there's
in-
good-
but they're
there's good
very
tracking in-
similar.
Yeah,
They're
there's
very
good tracking
similar.
in Fusion.
Fusion's
yeah,
improved a
planar
lot,
tracking.
and like Fusion
There-
18.
Keep adding nodes to
2.6
each
is-
other and add. And
Yeah,
then
Fusion
merge
and
them.
After Effects
Yeah.
do the same job, but
Yeah.
completely different ways.
Yeah, I have to deal with nodes, and
And
I
I'm-
found
Yeah.
I spent years working in layers, and I just cannot get past
nodes?
working nodes because
Dominic,
my brain.
well,
is
your
not
brain is
wired
set. You're
together.
tuned to
Yes.
layers, and like
Mhm.
I can't do layers because I've
Don't-
figured out nodes.
Right.
Dominic,
It's like,
don't say
I get it.
Hold on. Don't say
Yeah.
random things like Matt trying to fit in, okay?
No,
Yeah,
well,
I actually like nodes.
that's what
now.
that's
It's
why
weird.
I learned Da Vinci
Why?
What?
because of Matt.
Explain
Oh,
your
really?
videos.
Wait,
Yeah.
Dominic,
So I
you
can
mean
understand what he's
Medi?
saying.
Medi?
Yeah, you gotta get all the. You know, he did all those videos while he was toasted too.
Of
Yeah,
course
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
Because I've watched him many a time, and he
And then he
actually
did-
makes more sense when he's toasted.
He did. Yeah, he did one night where he was so drunk he had to give up on it. He was like, I couldn't get through it.
I better go see what Lori's up to. Gotta go.
Yeah, Curtis wrote the music as well. Yeah, he's
Oh,
the one that
nice.
did my
Music
intro
is
for
good.
me.
Chuck, she could be behind your door.
Yep. Remember, Chuck, you're the man.
Well,
Behind
actually,
you.
we were talking this morning. There's some things we need to do in the house, take care of some stuff, and like I'm not doing my fair share. So she's
Yeah,
like,
'cause you're the
gonna be-
man.
Uh-oh.
Is she saying you're the
You're the
handyman?
man.
You're the man.
just know that like no, I mean I have some
Just
vlogging gear all over the dining room table that needs to be
Oh,
put
she
away,
wants
and
you to
like
organize.
Yep.
well,
you're not the
she
man?
would rather I put the stuff away where I want it to be than she chooses to put it someplace that will be in where I'll never find it again. So she's
Mm.
doing me a favor by giving me the opportunity to put it away.
Yeah, because you're the
Is-
man. Just,
Is
Is
I'm the
she
man.
suggesting
man.
selling it?
just quit while you're behind, Chuck.
Yeah.
Is she
Just saying.
suggesting you sell it?
What? No, I make all those
What?
sales decisions.
Okay.
What did that have to do with anything?
I
you
don't
just
know. I have no idea.
said? I don't know.
Like,
You see,
but
my wife,
I buy too much stuff. I mean,
I can't leave stuff out like that, but
too much
she'll
stuff.
put it away.
We have way
Then I'll
more
ask her where it
gear than
was,
we
and
need.
she has no idea because she doesn't care about it. So it's away.
See, Lori always knows. Lori, if Lori
It-
puts
it-
something somewhere, it's like I like,
It
where did
was
this
there.
go?
Where is it now? Not there.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
it's
but-
not there. Where is it at? It's away. Where's away? Not there.
Oh, see, well, I don't. If I do that to Lori, I'm like, Lori, where did the Mavic 3 go? I had it it was on the dining room table. Where'd it go? It's like, oh, I put it down in the basement on the shelf, like, by the Mini 2 or whatever. I was like,
My
oh,
wife might know,
okay.
but she wants to torture me a little bit, which is okay.
Yeah, Lori doesn't torture me. She already knows it. Like, I was
Yeah,
upset
but
that she already put it someplace.
Lori yeah, but Lori travels with you. She knows all your gear.
Yeah,
Like
and
Bill said, his wife has no interest in any of that.
no,
so-
she doesn't. And
Actually,
eventually
yeah,
she'll
Lori-
forget where she put it. So that
Lori Lori actually wants to
But she doesn't
fly
care.
more. She was like talking about the other. She's like, I want to fly more, Chuck. I'm like, I want to fly more. I'm like, okay, it's cool. Let's go out and let you get some practice in, because like, you can't like I don't expect her like she pulled off a miracle in Vermont. I still can't believe she pulled that shit off, but she did. But like, we did the Forrest Gump thing was like spontaneous. It's like Lori I'm like, you have to fly the drone. She's like, what, Mavic 3? I was like, yeah, you have to fly it.
She probably was studying your skill with the remote.
I don't know, but she figured it out, man. There was a lot of back and forth, and it took an hour. But she
I need to
figured it
interrupt a
out.
little bit. Justin, you're in charge. We need to see your face because you're in charge, first of all. Second, Curtis is just blowing the chat up and you're not even responding
Yeah,
to
what's he saying? No, it's for a baby
it.
company.
You're just not doing your
Okay,
job.
It's not finished. Still
No,
working
no,
on
no,
it.
no, no.
Amy, how you doing, honey? Yes, my wife does make
Oh, he
pictures.
says use Mocha. Yeah, so like I'm not an After Effects guy personally, but I know Curtis certainly is. So he's probably talking to Don about that, I'm guessing. Right, Don?
Oh,
He's
hosts
probably-
are supposed to pay attention to the chat while the host does more important things.
Are we
What
co-hosts?
doing?
Are we a co-host? Oh, I feel
Yes.
Yeah, we're
I
co-hosts.
feel
They've
elevated.
got to look at the chat.
Curtis is a bit typecast, I guess, where he does a great deal of like with his underwater stuff. So you're a little bit
Yeah,
typecast,
he's
but
typecast.
I think it's cool that you
He's
break
more
out
than
of
that.
your-
He's a
Pigeonhole him.
I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
voice. He's a DJ. He's got all kinds of
Oh.
different talents.
Yeah, that's
Did you
cool.
just call him a tight ass?
Here we go.
Typecast.
What?
Oh my God.
typecast.
This is what
Okay.
happens when you put a
Typecast.
fifth grader in charge. This is what happens.
I know. What the hell?
gotta stop this.
Where did that decision process come from?
I don't know. It
I
just-
thought he
I
said
thought my
tight
microphone
ass.
was my microphone not okay? What? Is this
I
a
don't know.
problem?
I'm just
No, it's perfect. You
I'm
sound
just
great.
hoping if I show up to enough of these things, I'll get a sponsorship deal somewhere.
Yeah, we're trying to all get sponsorship.
Oh, what are you holding
So-
up there? Who is that?
So Dalmas
Subway.
was sponsored by
Subway.
Subway.
Oh, I ate fresh.
I don't.
tonight.
I don't recognize that emblem. What is that? Who is that?
Great
Subway.
Subway had the great garlic. smack.
Subway. Oh, I don't go there.
Well, that's what you need to do, Donald. Just eat a Subway sandwich on every live
There's
stream.
Tammy Jean waving
Yeah.
to us with the
Oh,
what is with the pink hands? I don't understand the pink hands. That's a nice wave.
Yeah, we need to spam the chat with pink hands.
Spam,
Tammy, come on in, please, and make this interesting.
spam.
Yeah, come on. Come and join us.
Tammy and Max
The
are
link
trying
is
to get
right
me-
there. Look up. The link is right there.
It is right there. It's pinned.
Yeah.
right
Tammy
on
and
top.
Max are
Links-
trying to get
links
me
at
a
the
hostess.
top.
We don't
Roger, I'm
need
on,
Max. We need Tammy.
No,
on
but they're
top
both
chat.
trying to get me a hostess sponsorship.
A hostess? Hostess?
Yeah.
Yeah, Curtis, you have a tight ass.
Bill, it's about Twinkie.
I don't think Hostess will sponsor you just because you can deep throat a Twinkie.
Yeah.
Hostess because
I
you're,
think that should be
you're a
the
ho-ho?
At
No,
least
because you
I'm
deep throat
trying.
Twinkies.
At least I'm trying,
He's a
Don. Okay?
Twinkie.
We need some class.
Oh, you don't want to be Justin's
Oh, you didn't-
Twinkie.
you didn't-
No.
Yeah, you
Don't
didn't
spit
see
out
Matt
your
see
don't
him,
spit
Bill?
out your booze.
You
Bill's
didn't see
almost
him eat the
spit,
Twinkie?
like bourbon out his nose or something.
Matt posted a short of me deep throating a Twinkie and got 2.6 thousand views and 7 subs off that shit.
You know, I'm
That
a
was
little
a very
disturbed that you
generous,
just, I'm a little disturbed that you described it as
Twinkie
deep
thing.
throating a Twinkie.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
see it.
DTT.
You know,
I would
Eating-
call it eating it in one bite.
DTT.
no, I would call it
Twinkies.
right, Don, right.
The new
And you're
CLA
describing yourself
version.
and you said deep throating. Justin, please.
Well, it's to gross Tim out.
Let's
Yeah.
see it.
Oh,
It's the only
We
reason
all
I do
have
it.
to eat on the panel to
Do
gross
please
10
share
out.
it.
Man, this is getting to be a rough room.
Yeah,
yeah.
tough
Come on,
crowd.
Justin. Do please share it.
That's a
crowd.
rough- That's a tough crowd.
Look at the-
You didn't see that short on Matt's channel?
No, look at the look on Andrew's face. He wants to see it.
Has anybody managed to get a video to stay in the algorithm's crosshairs for more than 48 hours?
Only if it's a short.
I mean a long, not a short. I should have specified,
okay.
not a short, like a long.
Hard.
Oh,
It seems like that's the
I don't know what
going.
you- I don't
that
know what
seems
you
like
mean.
that's- That seems to be the trial period, and I think if it doesn't get enough
What do you-
traction,
what do you
in
mean?
48 hours.
In
Well,
the
you put a video,
crosshairs.
you put a video up, a long
Yeah.
video up.
Okay.
Typically, it'll get views for like 48 hours. Then you'll start to see the analytics show up where it gives like the actual how long somebody actually the average watch time is and stuff.
Sure.
And then it goes off the cliff. And
Yeah,
then
it's
it just-
average view duration.
Mhm. So
Mm.
they give you like 48 hours, and it's like, yeah, it ain't working. See you later.
If you go to your
On to the next.
YouTube studio during your live stream, you can pull
Studio.
up live stats while you're live streaming and it will tell
Yeah.
you how many people are watching and what their average duration is.
It's
Well,
usually a little
just-
behind. It's usually a little behind.
It's takes like
I've had
48 hours.
I've had posted
Like-
videos that, yeah,
Yeah.
that yeah, I saw that. But only a couple.
So
But I don't do quality work though. Like you,
still struggle to I still struggle to get
You post shit
the
videos
attention,
and it'll
so-
probably get more views.
no,
Oh,
I do
we
shit.
got-
I do shit
Oh.
videos, but they're interesting to people.
Are we gonna see this
You know,
video or not?
like shit people.
which
We know-
video.
we know
Which-
how you
Yeah,
got-
Ron, which video do you speak of?
Hold
sir?
on. You're talking about the one on Matt's channel?
Yes.
Oh.
let's see it.
We know how
Yeah,
Tammy
that
Jean
one.
got a long form video that gets 2,000 to 3,000 views a month. We know how she did that.
Let's see
The
this.
one where they were
Yeah,
nudist?
but she's naked.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
That's the secret.
Boobs.
All right, hold on.
Whatever.
These shows.
Yeah. These family channels things don't do as well as that.
go.
But like
Dad, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. I'm Dad.
Why did you make me this way? Dad, I'm
Loving this.
hungry.
Oh,
He got, look at that. He got 2.6 thousand views on that.
Yeah,
That's
Pretty
just-
he's
impressive.
still got that other one there.
Whoa, that's a nice shot right there.
yeah,
go.
it's still
That
that
Mavic 3
one.
That was
I'd love to know how he did that one.
That I think was just.
I honestly
different.
that's awesome. I've never done that well with a short, but like
That's just
I really
luck.
think shorts don't really you can't really call a short a success till you get to like 1 million views because shorts are like to me that's the benchmark. You can't get there. I can't get there. Not even like,
Edward.
not even close. But like whatever.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
emotional
Eugene.
damage.
Hashtag naked beach.
Yep.
I
I-
refuse. I refuse to like do that. I'm just
Well, you know where the views are.
yeah, I don't care to appeal to that audience. So personally, but I mean, we all make decisions as creators, and like I'm making bad decisions, obviously, because
What audience you talking about, Chuck?
I am not
Edward,
going
hit the
for
3
that's
dots.
not my that's not my demographic. So the
is your
demographic I'm
demographic?
working on, mine,
Yeah.
40 plus, financially comfortable, and interested in traveling and doing bucket list type things.
Drones.
No, the drones just add to it. The
Drones and travel.
No, the drones are a
Drone
tool.
tourism.
Drones are a tool. Drones are a tool to
Yep,
use to
Tammy's
get.
got it right.
I
Into win.
don't talk about the drone I
The
use.
target audience
typically.
you just described, you are
Into
creating
win.
a smaller and smaller subset. So
Uh-huh.
you're not going to get a large appeal off your videos if you're targeting
I
the
You
don't
want
care.
to target?
what you want to target is the people who aspire to be that but can't yet, because that's a much larger audience.
Well, whatever. I mean,
Don's trying to say
that's
he wants
you're right.
you to widen your niche.
my niche.
No, his niche is it would still be him traveling.
It's still, yeah.
Your target audience.
Instead of the target audience, instead of describing
not
his
gonna
target audience
capture-
as people
well-
who are him.
I have come to the conclusion that I'm not going to be able to target a young crowd because they have the attention span of a gnat, essentially.
Target.
And I'm not going to have the hooky thing at the beginning with the practically naked chick or whatever and all that shit. And like, it's not happening. So
Well, you don't want views then.
So blame the audience, and that'll work.
no, it's fine. It's like,
Oh.
I have also come to the conclusion that I'm making stuff that makes me as a creator happy, and I'm pleased with my work, and I want to
you
be
got a
better,
point
so
there,
I
Tammy.
keep improving. But I just don't really give a crap about. I've given up on the algorithm and fighting it, so I'm just going.
I
with
get
it.
what Donald's saying though, because
but you're right,
people that
Don. I mean,
can-
like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
people that can already do that don't care about other people doing that, but the people that can't do that, it's a way of them living vicariously through you.
But they have no.
Right?
It seems like
People,
I don't know.
people
who-
watch Travel Channel not because they can travel, but because they can't.
Well, right. And that's why I stopped worrying about being part of the whole travel vlogger community, because they're all obsessed with their own stuff and they don't really watch any of my stuff. And
Mhm.
honestly, my stuff's better than their stuff. But anyway, it's like, it's, yeah. So I know, like, you want the people that actually aren't putting stuff on YouTube to watch your stuff. I don't know
There you
what's
go.
going on
This
with
is the
Adrian.
Oh,
video
what's,
that
what's
Curtis-
going on here?
Is that new?
Curtis-
'Cause I remember him.
Adrian.
No, this was a while back.
That's the
Curtis
old
took
one,
his
right?
video and
Yeah.
made like a parody.
Why are we
out of it.
showing this?
Drones.
I don't know. Curtis
How's
was
everybody
showing
doing? Just want to inform everybody, make everybody aware that I'm not doing a live stream tonight.
They don't, unfortunately, they don't tell us that information.
Sorry, I'm at the doctor's office. I'm at the
Curtis just
hospital
doesn't.
for my doctors.
Curtis, that's not the right video, dude.
Yeah, that's legit. I remember him posting that.
Yeah, that's the one that you took to make the video.
Yeah.
'Cause the overlays aren't there.
Yeah, that's the original. I remember him posting that.
Mm.
That was some
I'm,
scary
I'm
stuff.
sad. No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's scary stuff.
Well, guys, I got to meet my buddy for dinner. So,
Okay, what's her name?
Dawn.
In the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Dawn. Dawn. That's a nice name.
Yeah.
Dawn, yeah.
In the win.
Yeah.
Whatever. I edit better than most people. I'm very proud of that. That's been a
anyhow,
lot of hard work, and I'm getting really
mhm.
good at editing, and I'm very pleased with myself in that regard. So, yeah, and I'm still have a long way to go. I'm far from where I want to be, but man, I'm getting there, dude. It's like I'm doing something I never went to school for it or anything. It's just
Ron,
like,
have a nice dinner.
All right, guys. See you
I need
all
to
at
learn
the-
from Don. Don knows how the hell to do this stuff. See you later, Ron.
See you guys. Have a good night. All right, bye-bye.
I never went to
Okay,
school
buddy.
either. I bet you learn by doing.
That's what I've been
Hey,
doing.
just
It's
watch
like
YouTube videos.
it is
You're
a
right.
freaking good journey.
You're right. I
That's how I
masturbate
learned.
better than most people because I've been doing it for 50 years.
Okay, here's
Yeah.
the right
Is this
one.
the right one?
Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian here from Major Mateo Drones. How's everybody doing?
Later, Atlantic.
Just want to inform everybody, make everybody aware that I'm not doing a live stream
I
tonight.
have no clue. They don't, unfortunately, they don't tell us that.
Sorry, I'm at the hospital for my doctors. I needed to come and get myself checked out. I'm feeling great. Pretty much 99% of all the tests that they've been doing is coming out perfect. So that's all that's good to know. Just here coming on live just for a little bit. I was just live at the Rat Bell show a little while ago, chopping it over with the guys. So again, I'm doing great, feeling good. That's pretty much what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you? Oh, shit.
Kind of messed up. Well, they have Adrian on when they did that though. He was definitely they had him. loaded up on
Oh
something.
God, that is so wrong.
Yeah, it is. They had him loaded up on something though.
But it's funny.
I'm just glad he's
Yeah,
out of the damn hospital. He was out of the hospital pretty fast. That was some scary stuff.
For all you sociopaths.
Yeah.
You need to do some of
I
the
haven't
videos like
seen-
that at Bill's stream, Donald.
I haven't seen is Adrian still doing his show? I haven't seen stuff from him in a long time.
Here and again, once in a while.
Because he used to be on every Saturday night. It was like 9 o'clock, blah, 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 blah. And he kind of went the way of 2K drones. He just kind of like rode off into the sunset and vanished.
He went 2 months without streaming, then he came back for 2
Couple weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks, yeah.
Disappeared again. But the second show he did when he came back, he left after like 10 minutes and Dre just ran the show for like the last hour or so.
Oh, well, if you weren't such a dick to him, it's all your fault, Justin.
Yeah.
This is such a rough
He's got things going on. We gotta,
yeah.
give him some space. He'll be back.
Oh, yeah, he just said it was a lot of family stuff. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's busy. Well, he's the new dad right after that. So like he's a busy guy. Got a lot going on. Talk about like, Paul was saying how can't do as much because you get older, you can't do as much. Well, there's a lot of shit on your plate. Like, he has. Adrian's got a lot of stuff going on. How's he gonna like do it all? Something's gotta give.
wonder how
Mark.
Well, Mark, right?
He's in a hospital, but he's still wearing a baseball cap.
Nice.
That's true.
That is British humor right there.
his gun channel's doing really good. He's up
British
to
humor.
835 subs and he's at 262,000 views.
Who is?
Wow.
His Adrian's gun channel.
Well, that's something that half the country owns.
Yeah.
Half the country don't own drones.
Yeah, that's a big market to pull from.
Yeah,
course it
it's hard to have a drone B-roll only channel like do well. It's really tough.
Like he's already racked up half the views that his old channel has taken like 5 or 6 years to rack up, or 4 or 5 years.
I have drones and motorcycles. Should I put those videos up because it's so much a bigger market?
Could. I mean, like I thought about combining the vet and the drones.
I'm sorry, guns and motorcycles is what I meant to say.
I bet you would get more views, to be honest
Probably.
with you. That is a way bigger market of people.
I thought of using the vet thing as something, but I just don't care to anymore. So I don't know. don't care.
There's I've seen a lot of foreigners too on YouTube that like reacting to the gun channels because they like guns. They just can't have them where they're at. But they do
Exactly.
enjoy watching
See that
like the gun range
being a good
videos and stuff.
Yeah, it could be a good topic.
Well, having Jim come down from Canada and be able to fire, sidearms.
Oh, Beauchart, you guys had
Yeah.
some fun vlogs when you were like out and about.
It was a lot of fun, and
You guys got some good views too.
He did great with the. He did great.
Yeah. Where you guys were hanging out in that bar and like hitting on that waitress and everything. It's like a live stream.
We did not hit on anyone. Stop that.
You were dirty
No.
old man.
We were complimentary.
It was great. It was fun to watch.
It's like Grandpa saying, "You're cute, honey." That's it.
It was
Oh.
fun to watch.
Oh,
Lori and I,
oh,
Lori and I were quietly watching. We giggle, watch you guys. It was fun.
So wrong.
It was inspirational. Like Lori's like,
It
we
was
should
like-
do what those two guys are doing.
Statler and Waldorf.
Oh, at our age, I get it. So nice. Okay, got it. All right, gotcha.
Paul went to fly a ship, but he'll be back.
Yeah.
We had fun.
I don't know how much
Taylor
daylight he has left though. It's 7:45 and like actually I gotta go. It's getting late. We're usually not on this long. We're really still going.
Yeah, it's usually.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually 7:00. Paul usually turns off the lights and just shuts down really
we're
fast. and
Yeah.
Nobody gets a chance to say goodbye. Okay, I think I'm just gonna shut her down and have a good night, everybody. See you later. Gone.
Well, he'll do that. He'll do that when he comes back. He'll be back for 45 seconds and say, "Okay, I'm gonna shut it down now."
Really, Ken? Jim lives about 35 minutes from you. Which direction?
35
West
miles,
or
yeah.
east? North, south?
35
Jim's
miles
like
is
just-
close.
Jim's just outside of
35
Toronto, isn't
miles
he?
is just around the corner.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Yeah.
have Jim live 35 miles away from me.
I think Jim's about
Hmm.
3 hours from me, but I'm not sure. Is he just outside of Toronto? I think he is. Hamilton,
mean-
maybe?
Paul does an average of, 2 live shows a day. It's 365 times 2, 730. Give or take 20 shows he might miss throughout the year.
Does he
Yeah,
get
So
enough?
he does.
Is
He
he
does.
making
He
some?
does about 700 live shows a year.
Is he getting enough? He must be getting enough watch hours then. He's got to be over 4,000 watch hours.
He's at like 1.3 million views.
Yeah.
But Paul's been posting 2 or 3 videos every day for like the last 12 years or
He
something.
does bang them out. Bangs them out.
He's been posting at least 10 to 12 years.
That's cool.
Okay.
And he's
Enjoy
gone up
dinner,
in
Curtis.
And he's actually gone up in subs. I've noticed a little bit over the
Bon
last.
appetit.
And he averages about 100 views per stream.
Wow.
Yeah, his
well,
ship video. His ship
Hands
video.
up.
Brampton. Okay, he's in Brampton. So I should map this out because Brampton.
Oh, Beauchart.
Yeah, now it's mapped to it. Let's go maps. Let's see how long it'll take me to get to Jimmy's town. Directions.
For me, it's 17 hours.
Let's see. For
Wow.
me, roughly. I'm a smidge under 4 hours to get there.
Oh, that's
Brampton, Ontario. I bet you I'm a
Well,
little.
he's up. He's
I bet you I'm a
actually.
little further.
He is kind of northwest
I can
of
beat everybody.
Toronto.
I'm really far from him.
Somebody asked
Oh
him,
yeah,
Dominic,
yeah. I'm just.
Yes, you are.
He's. I thought maybe he was more towards like Hamilton, which would be a lot. That'd be a lot closer for me. But he would probably.
Yeah.
I bet you he'd be willing to meet me like there because that would be just.
bet I'm a little closer than Bill.
Yeah, he'd probably if he drove about an hour. he'd get
Where?
outside of
Hamilton?
Hamilton. Yeah, it'd be just outside of Niagara on the Lake. That'd be much better.
That's where my first wife was from.
Where Hamilton,
Hmm.
like Canada, Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow.
My first wife was Canadian. Second wife was born in Pennsylvania, and my third wife was born in the Philippines.
Wow.
I'm an international kind of guy.
You are an international kind of guy. That's right.
He got the sampler platter.
He's tried multiple countries. Yeah.
Let's see.
The Canadian chick tastes like bacon. You don't have to answer that.
Oh, but they do like to suck dick. Let me see. Your Brampton is.
I like the way you said that under your breath. That was like impressive.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean a word of it. Okay.
He's sorry. He's sorry.
Sorry,
He's sorry.
21, about 21 hours from here.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Bill. I mean, where are you in
And yet-
Florida?
And yet he stayed at my house.
Yeah,
Good
we
thing
came
no
down for
Canadians
that was
watch
came
us.
down for the drone meetup, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, it was a lot of fun when he was sober. No, he was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun
You
having him here.
guys, looked like you guys had fun.
Oh, we had a great time. He's a good guy.
Is he still flying the Mini 2? He has that gifted Mini 2 that he was buzzing around.
He's got that. He's flying the Avata more than. Oh, by the way, I haven't said this at all tonight. Avata.
Hey, Avata. All right,
But
maybe
he
on that
flies
note,
that
I
more
wanted.
than-
I was trying to stick around till Paul came back, but I might have to drop because
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop pretty soon
it's getting
myself.
really. Yeah, I mean, I have seriously.
Getting late. It's getting early here.
Or he's gonna get frustrated with me because I'm supposed to be helping the woman get some shit.
What are your plans here, Don? Well, you said you're going to have to drop, so you must have plans.
No, I think you're talking to me.
Yeah, that would be
Don,
you. Yeah.
not Don. Yeah, I've got to go and help my brother with a few things.
Nice.
Okay. Sounds good. Is that where you're at? Are you in the garage?
No, I'm not. I'm at home at the moment. So I've got to have a shower and go out.
Good for you.
Hmm.
What are you going to help him with?
Yeah, you help him with
Oh, just a few administration things. Go to the post
administrative.
office and-
He's always so vague about what he's going.
I
to do.
know. I thank you.
It's
Don.
all
Thank you.
classified.
Thank you, Justin. That was trying to get at. He will not give information out. Well, I've got things to do with my brother.
Yeah,
and we're
but
going
heaps
to
to-
take care of
heaps to
things. They're very important things, but not so important.
It's classified. He told you
Yeah,
he
I've
had to
got,
kill
I've
you.
got, I've got
It's
heaps to
classified.
do.
Totally
Heaps,
classified.
heaps, which is loads, which is
Heaps.
lots.
It's like where you got to go that one place to do that thing, you know?
Yeah.
Over at that one spot. He just circles around your question.
At that one spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell your brother we said hello.
Yep.
How's the meth lab going?
Yeah, all that's going as well.
I'm just
That's going as
guessing
well.
based on your vague answers. You know. You know.
Oh, that's
Just
funny.
saying.
Can we see Paul? Oh, we can't see Paul flying because we hit his. Can we see him on his monitor or whatever? How did
Bring your screen back up.
No, he actually kicked himself out when he left.
Oh, okay.
really?
Did he or
Yeah.
did you do it?
No, he did it. He bent down in front of his computer right before he left him.
And
He
left?
dropped out.
Wow. So is he going to come back or not?
Oh yeah, he'll come back when he gets back to the house.
Justin, can I ask you a question? Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing what?
Moving.
Did you know that you go like this?
Yeah, because my legs, restless leg syndrome, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, I get that too.
okay.
Doing-
Oh, do
doing
you?
this.
Let's
We're all
talk
gonna
about
do
the
this now.
restless leg syndrome. Don, do you ever get restless leg syndrome?
No.
Okay,
I
thank
do.
you. Thank you for sharing. How about you, Chuck? Do you?
Yes,
yeah, you do.
I do.
Okay.
That's a circumcision
Does
question.
it make
all
it go
over
like
again.
this when you're on
There
the
we
live
go.
stream?
Circumcision again.
I don't know. I do weird stuff on the live streams.
A lot of
Just
people
happens.
do that though, shake their legs when they're sitting.
Yeah, yeah.
I
that generally happens.
Well, I
later in
mean,
the
your
day,
leg is
really.
down there, your head is up here. I'm you know,
well, if you're
Yeah.
if you're loose, then it all just kind of like getting into
I mean, I mean,
it. Justin's he's just grooving with it. He's
okay.
not just. I didn't say he's like doing this shit. It's like
Sarah
What's
gets
going on down there?
polishing. I didn't say he's polishing the knob or anything. It's like
Sarah
that's what a
gets
guy.
mad
That's
when
what a
I'm
guy
laying
at
in bed
work
'cause
used
I
to
do
call.
that.
He used to call it knob polishing.
Yeah, Sarah gets mad when
Well,
I'm
I knew
laying
you'd
in
like
bed
that
'cause I
one,
move
man.
my legs a lot.
That was for you.
You guys are gross.
We are gross
Yeah, I know.
because
You are.
I'm the man.
Yeah, you're the man. You're the man.
You know, when I say that chauvinistic, misogynistic stuff, you know, I'm only kidding, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not kidding though. I have stuff I need to do, but you guys,
But the thing
I
is
hate to leave. It's
liquor
not fun on here, but
doesn't alcohol tend to make you tell the truth though?
I don't think so.
Absolutely
When
not.
people say that, I don't think that's really true.
Absolutely not. I mean, I always say just
makes
the
you
opposite.
just makes you stupid. That's all. If you're drinking of it, you just get stupid. Boys are
So when
yucky.
So Donald, when he says he loves you when he's drinking, that means he hates you? Is that where he's getting to?
No, it's not. It's not opposites. It's that's not true. I mean, I might magnify things from like to love, from respect to. No, forget respect.
Idolatry.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Respect to idolatry.
Idolatry. Perfect.
Ideology? What?
Because I idolize him.
Idolatry.
Tammy said boys are yucky.
Yeah, I saw that comment. I'm laughing at Tammy Jean's comment too. It's funny.
Mm.
Kind of true.
It's
but,
maybe
you know.
alcohol, but I sincerely like Don. Is that weird to say that?
Yeah.
A little.
I do.
I'm a
I
totally
sincerely
unlikely
like
person.
Don. I think he's a nice
Oh
person.
yeah,
told-
Don, you're
I've
so
cultivated
unlikable.
I think he's a nice
Horrible.
person. He seems to come from a nice family, and I wish him the best. I really, really do, because I like him.
Are we still talking about me?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was.
We're working around the room, I think. So
Yeah.
It's funny though. Tammy Jean says boys are yucky, but yet Max was flossing her teeth with his tongue the other night.
nice.
Boys are yucky. Men are delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Don't
Yeah,
clip
but how
that.
many? There's not
That's a
that many
good
men left.
comeback.
Don't clip that.
You gonna clip
Oh,
that?
Bill, there you go. There's another sound bite for you. Men are delicious.
Boys are yucky.
You're
Men are
screwed
delicious.
now. Nice going.
Oh, it's
I know.
perfect
See,
for your
Don, this
soundboard.
is a very dangerous thing to do to like go on these live streams. Super dangerous. Well, whatever.
It doesn't bother Don at all. Don't even kid yourself.
Don can take it.
Mhm.
Take the heat, man. What? Something in the chat. Alcohol brings out what you're really thinking? No, I don't know.
What's up, Edward?
I'm looking in the chat. See if there's anything interesting going on over there.
That's
because
what I was
over-
looking. I was checking out
over
the
here-
chat and like yeah, I know not much going on our side, but on the chat side, there is some stuff going on.
Yeah.
I'm getting thirsty.
No, alcohol brings out what you're not thinking. It just brings out.
Thirsty. Does something.
Hi, Ed. Welcome in. Hello, Atlantic
Been
Adventures.
kicking around a while. I think
Should we invite? Should we say hi to everybody in the chat? Has anybody done that?
Hello, everybody in the chat.
Yeah, that's
Be more personal and start like
Yeah.
like Atlantic's been kicking
nearly
around for
3
a
hours.
while. Even like Mike, like Night Train was kicking around in here for a while, I think. Wasn't he?
Was he? How's he? Did he say he's feeling?
Did I-
How's he?
did I swear I saw him in
How's he doing physically? He's in the hospital, you know.
I didn't know.
Actually,
that.
he's
Maybe I didn't
he's
see him.
out
That was
now.
in-
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in here for a bit.
Well, Dominic, since you know that, is he okay?
Well, I only saw a photo of him on Facebook saying he was out.
He had chest pains.
Yeah.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah, I heard about that. I
He
don't
had a
know why I didn't
blockage.
connect the dots. So that's good. Well, they figure out anything, or they just like send him home and die another day?
Well,
What?
they
Any
seem to
good?
put him on some sort of
Another day.
medication.
No, I mean, really? I mean, do they do anything, or are they just like, okay,
Now
No,
he's
no,
a,
they
now,
just-
now,
I would
now
go
he's
see
James,
him on
we don't
medication.
know.
you like James Bond, don't you?
I mean, well,
Mm.
shit doesn't just go wrong like that, and there's not like an underlying thing going on. You gotta.
Mm.
they
That's
gotta
why.
figure
That's
it
why I
out.
asked.
What's
How's he
going on.
doing?
Yeah. That's why I asked, not because but I mean, seriously, the medical community is very disappointing at times.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh,
W's back.
yeah. He wants to say
What's
hello
up,
to
Derek?
everybody in the chat. He's laughing at your response to me.
It was pretty lazy of me to just say, "Hey, everybody."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because there's just too many people to call out one at a time. It'll be like the next 20 minutes.
I know, but it's filler. You need filler.
Is filler?
Yeah, it's a good fella.
Okay. It's a good filler.
Okay, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by, W. And
when I actually go to participants, I don't know how accurate this is. I see Atlantic Adventures, I see W Drones, I see Edward, and I see Paul Murray, who hasn't been on in like 20 minutes. And Tammy, of course, because Tammy's been saying that boys are yucky and stuff. She's been kicking around, saying that naked videos are better. And see, Dom agrees. It's Dom approved.
agree.
Like, nakedness is Dom approved. Well, your head's naked, Dom, so I guess I understand why.
oh, his head.
Yep.
He's bearing it all on his brains.
How rude to make mention of his follically challenged head.
Mm.
I would never do something like that.
Exactly.
He's got racing grooves here and here.
He's doing it on purpose. He's all polished up and ready to rip. Look at the glow going on there. This is intentional, so this is a compliment. He's rocking it.
Do you think Paul's going to come back, or is he going to forget that we're live and he's going to go to sleep?
Josephi's back in here. Hello, Captain Joe. Oh, I don't know. That's what I was wondering. Is he gonna come back? Because now it's coming up on 8:00.
Yeah. Well, it is now.
Now what time it is where Dom is was it like
It's 10 p.m.
Nice.
10 a.m. Sorry.
10 a.m. I was gonna say it's...
Men are delicious.
Okay, that was
delicious.
That was mildly amusing.
Oh, Paul's going to be here shortly. There you got
Okay,
it.
well,
All right. Well, as soon as Paul comes back,
Yeah, he's going to come back and he's going to say,
Nice.
"Okay, everybody, good night." And he's
Yeah,
gonna-
you'll have five panels all drop when Paul comes back. Yeah. Because
start packing up.
So who's on tonight?
it's Drone Nation, isn't it, at 9? Or no, this
No,
is
that was-
this is
that was
Tuesday. It's
yesterday.
Tuesday. Where do we have Tuesday?
Drone Nation's Monday.
You're right.
Um,
I'm a day late and $1 short, obviously.
I mean,
Bill the
usually
drone reviewer, and then Philly Mike.
Mikey used to come on tonight.
Mikey is on?
Yeah, Tuesday nights
Philly
are the
night.
kind of slow nights. There's really not a lot of
Philly, yeah.
Bill the drone reviewer,
Alright.
which
Yeah.
will start any minute.
Anyway, yeah.
He typed in the chat. Most likely, he's already in his computer room. Paul.
Is there something from Paul? I see something in the private chat from 643. Okay.
He put it in the live chat. He'll be here shortly.
Be there shortly. ...
Because he can barely make phone calls and text messaging on his phone. So
Mm.
I doubt he went to YouTube and typed that in on his phone.
All right. I'm gonna bid you gentlemen and ladies in the
And
chat.
here he
Oh,
is.
so there he is. I knew that.
Okay.
Paul,
You're back.
Sorry,
So I'm
one
gonna
sec.
drop
Good night,
off. But
everybody.
thank you for allowing me to be part of this craziness for a little while.
Thank you for carrying the water. You're awesome. Have a
Who's
lovely
carrying-
evening. Enjoy your scotch.
Who's carrying water? Scotch sounds.
I'm going to say good night,
Fantastic.
everybody. So
you're back. So
Where are you going, Dominic? Where are you going?
I'm going to help my brother out.
It's
Oh,
classified. This is
oh.
classified.
Well, tell me
Yeah.
so hello.
I've
Me,
got
I'm
to
gonna go-
I've got to get
No,
a coffee
sometimes
on
you
the
need to
way.
go to another channel. Just checking. So tell your bra. We said hello.
Bro, hey, bro. Hi. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Dominic, where are you going?
So I got that, and then he might need me to go to the post office.
Tell me so hello. Oh, he's working you into the ground, isn't he? It's terrible.
Kinda, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go clear off all my silly ass vlogging stuff that's like cluttering the dining room tables, so that
Yep.
table can be used for
Okay.
other-
See you guys
Later,
later.
Donald.
Bye-bye.
Later, Dominic.
All right.
Later, Chuck.
My computer's all screwed up and I'm getting echo and everything else. And
Yeah. Well, I'm cutting out. I'll see you dudes and dudesses later. Everybody have a good night.
What dudesses?
Dudesses?
Are there any dudesses in here?
I don't know. Tammy Jean was kicking around there somewhere.
Oh, in the chat. Gotcha. I thought you
Kicking
were
around somewhere.
insinuating something.
What was it? No.
All right, I'm gonna jump
Although
off too, but I'll
Justice
see y'all
alter
later.
ego is a female, so you know.
Technically, Bertha is a male.
Everybody's leaving, huh?
Bertha is not a male. I mean, not in today's
Excuse
world.
you.
You haven't seen her bulge?
It doesn't matter. She
I think on that
identifies
note, I'm gonna
as a female.
Step out. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, Chuck.
Oh. And there's Tammy back in the chat.
Hey, yeah, because I can't bring up the regular chat because it brings in an echo, and even though I mute it, it doesn't mute. So don't know what that's all about.
I don't know, but you could bring the chat up and then pause the video.
Have you tried unplugging some stuff under your desk? Have you
No, I don't
seen
want to get
that
into
nightmare of cables under his
Random
desk?
stuff.
Paul, just bring up YouTube, go to your channel, pause the video, and read the chat.
No, Donald, have you seen the mess under his desk?
I'm
He's
not
got
gonna
like
judge.
Why in
I'm
why in God's green earth would Paul know what's under Paul's chest?
No.
Done.
He
I'm
took
not-
his
What's under
camera.
his desk?
No, listen.
I'm not
He
gonna
took his
judge.
he took his camera, put it under the desk, and there was like 6 power strips daisy chained together with like
Back
80
when
things
I
plugged
first-
into it.
Back when I first started editing, we worked. It was, I don't know if you've ever heard of a Stratosphere editor, but it was, you had your edit machine, but then it was controlled by a separate Mac, and it was just going to component in and out on 2 different beta decks. And we also had audio coming in off a reel-to-reel, and audio coming in off of a tape deck, and audio coming in off of a CD. But you go back behind this thing, and it was just a mess. And every once in a while, would lose video feed to one of the beta decks. And it was such a cluster back there, you could not solve it without rewiring everything. And the guy that worked there when I started, his solution was to go back to the back, grab a handful of wires, and shake them until the video came back on.
It's one way of doing it.
And
Did
it
it
worked.
work?
It worked.
Well, as long as it worked. I actually have a little feel for that because we have a stereo system in the Sticks, which some of you people have been to. Justin, did you make it to Sticks and the meetups down in South Florida?
Yeah, I went to the first 2.
So you were at 6.
What do you mean?
The
Bowling
the Friday night meetup before the
Oh,
meetup.
no. I only went to just the meetup during the day, and then I came back.
All right. Well, it doesn't matter. That's the billiard hall, the club that's attached to. I mean, there's 2 businesses I run basically, and one of them is Sticks, and of course the other is Stuart Ball. And the stereo system over there, having worked on different companies over the years, and it is such a cluster, and it's so difficult. And sometimes, if you shake it and it works, I'm good. I'm going home, and that's exactly what I would do. But it just made me. It just reminded me of that. That's all. We got this giant mixing board that nobody knows how it's hooked up or why.
Hey, if you guys got a little bit of time, I want to share a screen of what I just shot because I almost lost the drone, and
let's see this.
Started acting wacky. Okay, so it starts out okay. Here's my norm. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with you. It's the drone.
Here.
Unplug more stuff under your desk.
Okay, here we go. Okay. So what I don't know, there's a Coast Guard boat here. They're practicing drifting up to the ship if they had to take somebody off the ship or whatever.
Like boarding. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get ahead a little bit to where the issue happens. I go around the ship like I normally do. Right here. Here's where it starts. And I can't figure out what the matter is. Okay. Now I normally go right up the side of the ship like this.
Looks good so far.
Yep. All of a sudden, it stops. I didn't stop it. I've got it still full forward.
Were you
And
able?
so I
were-
started flipping the levers, and pretty soon I got it to turn around and I could back up.
Maybe it was just the bridge or their radar or
Like I
something
said, you're
interfering
right
with
under
it.
the bridge, but
No, I fly under there all the time. I don't know. Okay, now here's where I see it's not coming around like I normally have it do. Okay, so then the scary part is coming up here shortly.
Are you scared? Right? You're not scared.
let me guess, you get in front of the ship and freeze up again.
Yes, and it starts heading towards the ship. It doesn't let me back up.
I'm guessing you had some radio signal interference from the ship.
Yeah, probably radar or
Right
something
there.
like that.
I can't go up, can't go down, can't go side to side. Finally, I flip it enough times I get it to go over to the side.
Oh, you are lucky that didn't hit you.
Oh,
So
Or it
what
could have
I
been
ended up
something the
doing
Coast
is-
Guard was doing. I don't know.
Yeah, unless they got some kind of electronic equipment on there. So I end up backing up. Because I can cut that part out of it, and I end up doing the around the front.
I wouldn't even do it again. Man, you're ballsy to try it again.
You got
Right,
Carol Fresh. Just send the
Paul
damn
can
thing
afford
in
it.
and
He
get
could,
it.
he could afford another drone. He's all about the video.
Now, after the ship was passed, when you were returning to home, did you have any more issues?
Yes, it did. When I went to go and land, it wouldn't land.
Oh, okay. That kind of negates the ship being responsible.
I didn't have it on record when I went to land, but what it would do is it came back and I would
Yeah, it did, Daryl.
go to land and it wouldn't come down. So I'd flip the switch, the sticks, and I get it to drop about a foot, and then I flip the sticks, drop another foot, all the way down to the
Wait,
ground.
Paul. What do you mean by you flipped the sticks? What does that
Yeah.
mean?
The gimbals.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? You flipped the sticks. What does that
On
mean?
and off, on and off, on and off.
Like he's just taking the sticks up and down.
Yep.
Okay,
Like
so you
taking it
didn't,
back
go-
to
you didn't,
center
you
and
didn't go into your settings and change
Did
it.
you-
All right.
Did you have collision detection on, by the way?
Did I have what?
Any collision detection turned on?
No, I think it's turned off.
Yeah, if he goes
Okay.
into sports, you fly in sports mode, right?
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
it should shut that off, right?
Yep. I'm just going through troubleshooting here. I was thinking maybe there was an error in the anti-collision.
Okay, so you don't see
But
the rest
if
of
that
it.
wasn't
Right
on.
home. That's the end of that. But I came.
Next time you have issues like that, Paul, don't stop recording till you're on the ground. Because every little bit of footage you have, if you need to turn it over
It's
to
a clue.
DJI or something.
So anyway, I came back underneath the bridge, went over to land. I was about 50 feet in the air, and it was going like this and like this, and I couldn't get it to come down. Couldn't get it to come down. Finally, I edged it down a little bit, moving my left stick up and down, 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 and it landed.
And you said you had a trouble with your drone a couple weeks back too, right? 2 or 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Man,
If you
Paul,
got the
when you-
camera,
Well, this controller, Bill, you may remember, is the one that I broke and I sent it to David.
Oh, this is your problem right now. He eats beans on toast. So
No, not that, David. AZ drone. AZ sent it in to DJI and they fixed it. And he
Okay.
said,
Well, here's the thing. You're over your head by 50 feet, 50 yards, whatever, and you could not get it to go down.
right.
At that point, was your obstacle avoidance on?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
well, that's what I said, because he usually only flies in sports mode. So he
Well,
can-
I understand that, but when he arrived at home.
Yeah, I flew it there in sport mode.
And you stayed in sport mode the whole time.
Yes.
Well, like I said, you had issues with it a few weeks ago. You got the camera fresh, just send the shit in instead of chancing it. I mean, you might as well use it. That's what you got it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was about ready to shit my pants when I was heading right for that ship.
I can
Because
imagine.
it's one thing. Well, it's one thing when I lost that Air 2S in the water under the bridge, but to hit a ship, I mean, that'd be like, oh my God.
Like I said, I would just send it in, to be honest with you.
It's home now.
Yep.
Take
And I
out
have
the
another
pages.
controller. I could try.
Wait, you say what? How did you end up getting it to come down?
You know, left stick.
That's with
you know,
his controllers.
Up,
He-
up, down.
he bounced his stick up and down.
Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and it came down.
But every time he bounced the sticks, it would only
Atlantic
come down
Adventures
like
is
a
saying,
foot.
Paul, check the bottom sensors and see if there's dirt on it, that the sensors might still work in sport. The bottom sensors might still be working in sport.
Okay. Well, what I noticed.
And if the bottom sensors are blocked, it may be showing that you're above something.
The other thing I noticed in about a month ago, it stopped working in regular mode. It only the controller only works in sport mode or cinematic mode, real slow. The middle, when you put it in the middle, it doesn't work.
Really? Wow.
Well, when David sent that remote in, I don't think they fixed it. I think they just sent you a new one. So if they did, that should technically still be under some kind
Yeah,
of
it sounds like your controller's bad.
Yeah, because
But you
what
could send
happened,
both of them in. just to
how
be
I
safe.
ruined the controller is I had the drone in one hand, the controller I put up against my chest so I could put the lid to the truck down, and it fell down and landed with the sticks down on the pavement.
Oh,
Yeah, it kind of kind of jammed the sticks in there.
sounds
mean,
like.
you could al-
Paul, do you have any other controllers?
Yes.
I'd find a new controller and see if
Yeah, buying a new controller. See how it goes. See if you have any other issues, and if you don't, you could process of elimination.
Yeah.
I just
But you-
wouldn't fly over
I'll be
water
back.
though if you're going to test it.
No, I would take it out to a park and with the current controller, run it through its paces and kind of test it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the
See
other
if you
thing
can
too is
replicate
I
the issue.
could plug it in and check it on the DJI app site, you know,
Mm-hmm.
see if there's an update or what it is or.
Well, I would do like Donald said, take the controller you're using now, take the other one you have,
Mhm.
try both of them out, but do it over an area where if the drone falls out of the sky,
Do
at
it
least
low
you'll be able to
altitude
recover.
in a grassy park and just kind of do a couple tests just to narrow
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah.
Well, what's
I mean, that's the
great
only
is
thing you
he's
can do
at,
if you're troubleshooting.
well, what's great is he's actually butt up right against the elementary school there.
Yeah,
So
I've
you
got it right
can-
behind my fence is all elementary schoolyard.
The restraining order doesn't keep you away from there?
So anyway, that's my my awakening moment of the night.
Oh, yeah, that was butt puckering.
Oh yeah, it was.
I mean, there's so many things that could have been though. I mean, it's hard to say because you never know. The Coast Guard could have had some weird shit out there that they were using. That could
Yeah,
have been
they could,
interfering with it.
or somebody on shore could have had some kind of a
Jammer
yeah.
or something that was at least jamming the signal.
Yeah,
The
because it's right on the
fact
border.
that when you came back and you were
across
having
there,
issues,
U.S. here.
yeah, the fact that you had issues when you came back and were over yourself, you shouldn't have had
Yep.
any. Yeah, that's telling me that it's not outside interference.
But I mean, worst case scenario, just if you feel like you just don't trust it, send that and the controller and tell them you're not sure which one it is. And maybe they'll replace both of them because you just recently got that controller from DJI, so there's got to be some kind of manufacturer.
Well, no,
warranty
actually,
on it.
I didn't get it from DJI. David sent it, AZ sent it in, and they sent it back to him. After they supposedly fixed it.
Well, like I said, if you feel like you can't trust it, I would just send them both in. Tell them you're not sure which one it is that's acting up, and let them.
Yeah, but if you have
diagnose it.
another controller,
Yeah, I do. In fact, let me show
it,
you.
it wouldn't hurt to bind that second
I'll show you the
controller.
controllers.
Because I think he has the standard controller that comes with this, like the not. He has 2 smart controllers, and
Gotcha.
he has this. I think he has the standard one that comes with it. It doesn't have the screen on it. Because he's got the old RC controller, and then he's got
Here's the old RC controller, right? The one that I was using tonight.
Mhm.
And here's this one.
It's the one Joe bought you, the newer one.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know that that works with that drone because I've used it with the drone before I got this back. Joe, out of the kindness of his heart, bought me that controller.
Yeah, try the new controller and see if it works.
Mhm.
I mean, those older controllers are getting kind of dated anyway, so that might be an issue with
Well, I kind of liked it because it feels good in my hands, you know.
I'm thinking what you need to do is take that little segment where you froze up in front of the ship and post it as a short with the theme music from Jaws.
Yeah, there's that about it.
Yeah, that was definitely a pucker factor right there, because that
Oh,
little.
hey, it really was because it was.
I get panicked. I've lost telemetry before with the drone out away, and I panic because I can't see anything. Not being able to control it and see something at the same time. That's
Oh, there was a couple of times I had that happen with the Air 2, and I just hit the return to home, and I heard it do the double beep like it connected to the drone. And I just sat and waited, and luckily, like 2-3 minutes later, here it comes. Because I had a couple times where my iPhone 10 that I used to have overheated on me and shut off, and I couldn't see, I couldn't see shit because the phone was off.
Yep, always
And-
set your return to home.
See, there's
before-
where where it stopped going
I've had
forward
to use it
for
twice.
no reason.
And always test your return to home periodically, just so you get used to it.
Now I've got it full stick forward, and it went like that.
Yeah, see, what you should have tried too in that sense is maybe tried to return to home and see what it did. It might have
Well,
overrode
it,
it.
it
whatever
takes a
issue
couple
you were having.
minutes or it takes a couple seconds for it to orient and then gain altitude, but it would have
And
at least
here's
gained altitude.
here's the pucker moment here.
Yeah. Oh.
Boom! It just stops. And I'm trying everything I can. It won't go up. Won't go down. Won't go sideways. Won't go around.
Yeah, but the conning tower is going to miss you.
And then I recovered and brought it backwards.
Yeah, and this time don't delete your logs on the smart controller, Paul.
Well, like we all said, try. Which control is this? Which controller is this you're using?
This is the original.
First, what drone is this?
An Air 2S.
Okay, Air 2S, and you're using your regular. Oh, your screen is what, a smartphone?
No, he's using the original smart controller.
This is a smart controller with the screen.
Oh.
And this is the newer smart controller with the screen, and it works too on there.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a? The hell is it called? Without the screen.
The standard one.
Yeah, I have a standard one.
Okay, fly with that, just for the hell of it. My suggestion: fly with that, and see if you have any issues. If you don't, there was some kind of interference going on with your signal that that caused you your heartache today, and thank goodness it came back. But just to eliminate the drone itself, I would fly it with the regular controller and see how the drone does. Over water, over whatever you want, over even conditions where you are a little sketchy, and then see how it does. Eliminate the drone itself and make sure it's not the controller, and make sure it's just. I mean, you know what? This stuff happens. For all you know,
it could have been somebody interfering with the signal too.
I used to be into a CB, and you had people with different size linears. They were putting out all kinds of wattage. You would have bleed over on the different channels because they were just overpowering the channel they were on, and you would get sideband signals onto your signal, and you would start hearing these guys even though they weren't talking the same channel you were on. It could be some kind of interference, but I mean, just as a test, take your drone out sometime when you feel like it, and put it up with the old RC and RC1 and see how it does, and see if you have any issues at all. Because I know you have them. Probably have one or two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because David's saying the same thing in Messenger. He says it has some kind of communication issue.
Something overrode your connection to that drone.
Yeah, he said may or may not be the controller, maybe the drone communication having issues.
Right. So
or
you want
signal.
Right. So you want to it could have been jamming signal. It could have been the ship itself. You want to
Except it had that
whatever
same issue
control-
when he flew back. When he was trying to
What's
land
that?
right above himself, so it wouldn't have been the ship.
whatever controls you have, try them all in a different atmosphere, different conditions, and see how the drone flies, and see how your connection goes, and see how things go. And
Well, the only thing's bad about that,
if
Bill,
everything is okay, it's just a glitch.
Is it scary if, let's say, I try a different one, different controller, and it works fine, and then the original controller starts to work fine again, but I'll be flying something and I'm not sure that the damn thing isn't. Is it the drone or is it the controller?
Well, that's the idea. Try different conditions with different controls and see how it does. I mean, that's kind of my point. I mean, if you fly over a congested city, fly over an urban area where you're going to get some kind of interference, and see how it's going.
Fly over a football game.
Yeah. Fly over a stadium. All I'm saying is, you regained control. It came home.
Yep. I would take the original the controller that's there now though out and see if you can replicate the issue in a safe environment. Fly a couple batteries and just see if you have anything pop up in a safe environment first.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't something the Coast Guard was using because they were practicing boarding ships. They could have been using some kind of jammer to jam.
A jammer, a scrambler. Yep.
Yeah, it could have been totally accidental. Seriously.
But the only thing that tells me that wouldn't have been it is because, it happened there, but he flew back and was above himself and trying to land and still had the issue.
And you could have been having a stroke,
Yeah.
I would definitely be wary though.
I always push it. No, you weren't. Yeah, I was pushing out control. No, you weren't. Put your drone up, like Don says, in safe conditions. See how it goes. Try to eliminate whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure your updates are up to date.
Well, the best case scenario, if you take it out and you fly it in a safe condition, the best case scenario is that you can replicate it. If you can't replicate it, you're going to have trouble trusting that controller from now on.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, if you can replicate it, then it's.
And don't forget, we're talking about wireless communication over long distances.
and an American Canadian major border, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never 100%. Even just vocal communications over a CB radio or a. I'm sure you're probably okay.
AZ says, save your money.
You're due for an Air 3.
Anyway, that was my scary moment. I didn't mean to keep you guys, but I wanted to get you guys' input.
Where were you in relation when you had no control from that spot that we saw at the front of the ship? Where were you?
Okay, hang on a minute. Let me get a. I'll get.
And all I'm saying, Murray, is
There could have been a shit ton of metal between you and that drone at that moment in time.
Oh, I was when it first stopped. I was under the Blue Water Bridges.
Well, that's a
you just could have had a whole bunch of interference at that moment in time. At this time of the day. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, next time, don't stop recording though till you actually have the drone in your hand. That way, you have as much footage as possible if DJI wants to look at it.
At this time of the,
it would have been interesting.
I'm drunk. It's dark out. I'm going to put my drone up and see how it does. With the
it would have been interesting to see what your drone was doing when you were trying to land, though. Being able to see that.
Yeah, that part's a little disconcerting that you couldn't bring it down.
I mean, it didn't fly away at that point, but it was, like you said, it's disconcerting.
Here's the funny thing. When I was on earlier and I disappeared because I got a phone call from work, and the bar stopped communicating with the credit card device. The credit card device goes through the network. It has its own IP, and the remote server goes through the server to access the credit card device, and it wasn't working. And the answer was reboot everything. I mean, I walked away so you guys couldn't hear me, but it's like unplug the credit card device, unplug the server, the router at the bar, and reboot the computer, because that's what you do. Now, those guys called back then. They haven't called back, have they? Sometimes it's just something as simple as that.
Well, I was parked right here in spot number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, where
right
you're
there.
always parked.
That's where I took off, and because I go down and around the ship, then come back up, and I was underneath the bridges about here when all of a sudden it wouldn't keep going forward anymore, and it came back, and then finally did go forward after I flipped the stick a couple of times.
Yeah, that really isn't that far.
And no.
It's not.
And when I got up alongside the ship, the bow was about here, and I was coming this way, and that's where it just about had a set of dishes right there.
Describe these bridges right here. Are these bridges where cars can cross over?
Oh yeah, trucks and cars.
Well, is it possible that a truck with a very strong linear could have been?
Anything's possible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was into, like I said, the CB thing and sideband and whatever, and I used to run a 300-watt linear, and if I was on that bridge and you were over there and I keyed up that linear, I guarantee you I would have cut off your communications to the drone. Guaranteed. I used to accidentally.
I was going north in this direction, and when I got between the bridges, there's one span, there's another span. About here is when it cut out, and it just was hovering it.
Again, I have no idea whether what I'm saying too is factual, but you could have had someone who was broadcasting at a high energy level and could have, interrupted your signal. And
this is a parking lot over here where a lot of people park and pull up and watch the ships, and this is a parking lot over here where a lot of people pull up and watch the ships. And like you say, we don't know who was along the shore and what kind of signals they're putting out.
Right. I mean, I used to accidentally open people's garage doors. Again, that doesn't mean that somebody was running a 30 amp linear. But if somebody was putting out some kind of signal, it just could have been a once in a lifetime. This is what happens, and thank goodness you got your drone back. My suggestion is to go back there and at your convenience, fly the drone under those overpasses without a ship. I'm just saying, just fly the drone and see how it does. I know you're not a broke fuck. I mean, if you lose your drone, I know you can afford it, but just check it out and see if that's what's going on.
Yep. Tammy Jean says hi to Lance. Lance Cadena.
All right. I'll see you guys later. I'm jumping out.
Okay. I think we're going to shut her down, guys.
Later.
Thanks for all their wisdom and help, and we'll find out what happens. Bye, everybody.
No, Mark, you're wrong. It doesn't matter what frequency they're on. If they're running it at a ridiculously high amount of wattage, it will bleed over into other frequencies. Trust me, I know. Anyway, take care, guys.
Okay, we'll